going on, y'all? Gazerine 2K here again with season 2, episode number, a total of 30, 20. What number? What is this?
This is episode 6 of season 2.
And in total, that makes it 34?
No.
Math is hard.
I don't do the numbers, man.
We stopped season 1 at 21 and a half episodes. Technically 20.
A half?
Yeah, we had a half. We had a half. Remember that we had a half where we wrapped it up a little bit on our own, and then we also had Iodetto and Ricardo Totti.
I love those guys. Yeah, I remember that one. So 21 and a half plus 6 equals 20. Wait, no, 20 and a half plus 6 equals 26 and a half.
I'm lost.
Yeah, Gazer, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I play Zorark VSAR. I hit big numbers.
You don't have to count any higher than 6, because that's all. As long as you can count that each Pokemon has at least one damage counter on it. You're like, all right, cool, 300. Oh wait, 280.
280. That's dead. Yeah, that's all I do. Oh man, Steuben, what's new your way? What's going on, bro?
Just chilling. It's a Monday. It's a weird day. Weekend was chill. Played a lot of Overwatch and Phantasy Star this weekend. Haven't really touched too much Pokemon. I'm
hearing Overwatch 2 is real similar to Overwatch 1.
It's very much the same game with some tweaks and some changes, but it's also it's kind of fun. It's weird with only one tank, but it's still fun.
No. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing a ton of Overwatch.
Okay, yeah. Mysterious voice, please stop talking. We haven't introduced you yet. This isn't how this works here. I don't know what other podcasts you've been a part of.
Oh my god, here comes the Blues Clues.
There's a certain thing we do here. So you don't talk yet. You just
I'm sorry.
We'll bring you on. Just relax.
I'm sorry.
There was dead silence. I was filling.
I was adjusting my OnlyFans. Okay, I can show you guys my OnlyFans. It's hot in Fresno, California. We had a cool down. Now not the heat wave, but the heat is back in October. It's right now what's degrees right now? 91 degrees. So it's warm. I was adjusting my OnlyFans, but you'll speak when spoken to, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
But no, myself too. Played some Pokemon this weekend, went to a winter box. I went 2-2. Didn't do that hot. Funny story though, and I'll wait to tell our guests who this was. But we had a player who got to the finals of the winter box. He was matched up against. He was playing Garatina, and he's gonna be matched up against Reggie, and that's a decent match. I'm gonna go back and forth either way. But this guy right next to the judge, because this was a regional prep for Salt Lake City, so they were treating it like real serious. You make a mistake, wear your mask. You can leave in a designated area, stuff like that. So right in front of the judge, right next to him, the guy turns to the other guy and says, "Hey, you want to split pricing?" And I guess by letter of the law, you can't say that right next to a judge. So they had to DQ him, and he got nothing. Went from either first or second to nothing.
That's a little severe.
We all agreed to make this, as realistic as possible for a regional. So we're trying to, there's a lot of people who are going to the Salt Lake regional from, my area who have never been to a regional before. I think 25 people are going, and only like 4 people have been to an actual regional. The rest are brand new.
To an extent, you are allowed to make a quote gentleman's agreement unquote, but
yes,
when it involves prizing, it's kind of a questionable area.
But I hear, from what I heard, if you're gonna make that gentleman's agreement, do it out of the vicinity of a judge. Don't do it in their area. And this guy was right next to him. So the judge said, by letter of law, you had to get him out of there. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I feel like they took that a little too hardcore.
When that happened at Salt Lake City?
Well, so first of all, it wasn't Salt Lake City. Second of all, you just don't ask to split prizing at a freaking regional. Like, it just doesn't work that way. It's not the same stakes. It's just
I don't know, man. Those imagine, because how many boxes does first place get at regionals?
Boxes? Who cares about the boxes when you go to regionals?
Who cares about the boxes?
If you're playing for pack prizing at regionals, there's a problem. You should probably just order single cards.
Who cares about the boxes? What are you talking about?
People want the money.
I know this one guy. Listen, I know this one dude. He went to Baltimore. Did really well. Played Mew for some reason. You know how I feel about Mew. Did really well with it. he took like 20th, 40th, something between. He was like top 40 at least. They weren't going to give him his prizing. He had to have it. He had to talk to the organizer. Had to have it mailed out and shipped out. And the prizing is important, man. The money is whatever, but the prizing is important. This one dude, he was really he really won his prizing. It's crazy because he's not even from the States, so like he almost missed out on his prizing. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he's from Canada, right?
No, not even Canada. Way further. He was from like the Philippines or something like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So I got my handy dandy notebook. I got my big pencil.
Okay.
The clues that you've given me are Mew.
He really put out a pencil.
Baltimore, and just
Philippines.
introduced Primetime Wizard already.
We are joined today.
It's not a pencil. It's a piece of licorice.
Oh, that is a large pencil. Wow, he really brought one. Steven, tell him who's here, man.
We are joined by Wancho, aka Primetime Wizard TV. How's it going, my man? Welcome in.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for the invite. I'm very, very excited to finally be part of the podcast. Just saying.
Well, funny story. We tried to have you on once, and you decided not to show up. We had the whole shuffle squad. Everyone else was shuffling with us, and you were like, "Nah, I'm cool."
I think about that every day.
Wake up in the morning and instant regret. Can't believe
I missed
episode.
Jeez.
I can finally sleep easy, guys. But no, for real, I'm so excited to just hang out, guys. Very excited. Thank you for having me.
That's what we're about. We're not like all the others. We're a little bit goofy. So feel free to let it
just
loose.
So you know, we've been telling everyone the last, maybe 4 episodes. This isn't your daddy's podcast. This isn't your papa's old school podcast. This isn't one of those official, Pokemon sanctioned podcast. This is the Gust of Wind, man. It's gonna be a little different over here.
Yeah, apparently you can't talk unless spoken to. That's new.
No, that's just Gazer trying to play Blue's Clues with everybody because no one wanted to when he was a kid.
I got tired of watching those episodes by myself, man. It was boring.
You heard about the movie coming out, and he's like, I got to reenact it before the movie every week.
There's a movie coming out? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, they're making a movie with all 3 of the gentlemen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is this like Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Blue's Clues verse, I guess. I don't know.
Into the Blueverse? What?
I think you mean Endgame. Blue's Clues Endgame.
Yeah, it's Avengers Assemble, and they all have their own notebooks and clues. Oh my god, what have we become?
Honestly, we shouldn't even talk about Pokemon at this point. I just want to talk about that.
I'm fine with that. I mean, what some of the old info about it?
I'm Salt, Gazer's Pepper, and you can be Paprika.
Pokemon. This is the Pokemon podcast you guys tune into. This is it.
What have we?
Hope we do this. I hope there's at least like 2 people who listen to this and like laugh, while other people shake their heads and say, "I can't believe this." Hope there's at least 2 people laughing.
They're laughing at us, not with us. They're like, man, these guys stink.
I'll take that. As long as people laugh, we've done our job.
Yes, we've provided entertainment at that point in time.
That's what I say. But no, Wancho, man, it's good to have you on, man. I wanted to get you on. Sub and I talked about it before, and then we were going to get the whole shuffle squad. I said, "Oh, this is perfect. We'll bring them on right here. Everyone comes back. This is great." And then you couldn't make it. You were under the weather. It was what it was. But you're here now. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm not sure, Sub. I'm not sure if you know this, but I've happened to meet Wancho in person before.
Yeah, you've talked about it multiple times every episode for the past 3 weeks.
It's been I mean, I wasn't sure if you were aware.
And you streamed the whole thing and so on and so forth. So
he actually came down to Fresno. He was in San Francisco on business. Came down to Fresno. Oh, did I screw up the OBS?
Yeah, you did.
My bad. I was putting the itinerary in.
I see. It's okay. Don't do that.
My bad. You should do it again. Gotcha.
No, don't do it again. You've already yelled at him and told him not to speak when he's spoken to. Come on.
This is going to start that Blame Gazer movement all over again, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, speaking of Blame Gazer, we have merch available finally of the new logo. The old logo's dead and gone. So the new logo that came with Season 2 and the pre-hype.
Gosh.
And there's also a version that's hashtag Blame Gazer. And by the way, Gazer, you don't know this yet. I told Wancho while you were away, and the chat heard it. And a few people know it, but all of the proceeds from the hashtag Blame Gazer merch will go to a fund to help you come to the East Coast.
Really?
For real.
Yes. I didn't sign off on this blame Gazer movement or the merchandise. You literally, normally partners are supposed to ask each other stuff, right? When you have a situation with Emily's too, when you and Emily sit down and talk about it and discuss it, right?
Oh yeah, we get mad about you all the time. That's what we discuss. We sit down.
What Gazer did this time.
Stupid Gazer always messing up our plans and last minute.
Gazer, just take it and be happy.
Yeah, just embrace it. And,
you didn't talk to me about this. You just did it. And I wake up this morning from a message with you and our editor, MWDC. What's up, Mike? And I just see stuff like, okay, well, here's the logo. So it was, okay, I'll put it up right here, right now. And, I'm on the West Coast. I'm like, what? They've been talking for like 2 hours without me. I'm like, what? What?
Well, I mean, also
okay,
like...
Versus live. Here we go. What?
Mike is 5 hours ahead of me and 8 hours ahead of you. So, like... We were streaming, like, Emily was streaming Overwatch Friday night, and it's like midnight here, and then Mike comes and he's like, "Oh my god, what? You guys are alive?" I was like, "Well, yeah, you got up at the butt crack at dawn, and we're up late drinking and playing Overwatch."
That was a good time. I missed it. I was at locals. I have locals 7 days a week here. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, you should just quit your job and play Pokemon professionally at this point.
No, yeah.
Thinking about it. But no,
when Gazer told me that, I was so jealous. I wanted to move to Fresno.
I'm telling you, come on down.
You might be the only person in the world that's ever said I've wanted to move to Fresno.
He's probably right. But no, speaking of locals, so Wancho came down. He was in the States for business. I said, bro, you're like 2 hours away from me. I said, I would come get you, but my car is kind of small. And I know you're a larger gentleman. If you guys don't know, if you guys just look at him from the chest up, he might appear to be like 5'11". He's actually like, what are you, like 6'2"?
6'2", yeah. Wow, you're on the dot, yeah.
6'2", and he's a big body guy. He's got some bulk.
There's a reason why he knows your exact measurements. When you were passed out, he came over to the hotel and started scoping information. Okay. He pulled out his handy dandy notebook and just started in a tape measure, and he just started measuring everything. He knows your inseam and your shirt size and how many taste buds your tongue has.
This is not true. This is far from the truth. But no, when Juan hopped on the train, and Wancho hopped on the train, man, Primetime got here. He came down for a case tournament we had. I finished, what did I finish? 8th? No, not even 8th. I wasn't top 8. I finished like, I don't remember what I finished. I was mediocre as usual.
You're like right down the middle. I think you're like 14th.
Yeah, like right down the middle, as always. Mediocre. But he finished in the top 2. He split prize and didn't say it in front of a judge.
No. We drew. We split first place. I didn't say split prizing. We split first place. We don't talk about prizing.
You're right. That's the important part. We don't talk about prizing. Would you like to ID? Yes. But no, he came down here and he won it all. And then a lot of my local people were like, yeah, that primetime guy, he's good. Yeah, he's good. They started talking about you, man. They see you. They notice you.
Yeah, they were all idolizing you until they realized that you weren't as good as you say you are.
I was mad, though. We had our guy. I don't think Curly's in the chat right now. He usually comes through all the time. But our guy, Curly, he recognized you Primetime, and you said he was just staring at you the whole time, huh?
Oh, yeah. That was an experience. That was, Curly TCG on Twitter. He calls me out on Twitter. It was like, imagine sitting down for locals and then there's Primetime, and I'm like, someone called me out. Where is he? And I literally noticed someone looking at me. I was like, you? Is that you Curly? You?
Oh my
and
God.
it was, and then we ended up just chatting. It was cool though. It was cool.
And then I went to the restroom. I checked my Twitter. Like, oh, let me check Twitter. And I see Primetime tagged on something. I'm like, but I'm here as well. I'm Gazer Bean.
Yeah, but you're there every day.
Hello?
Of the week.
But no, it was a good time, man. I'm glad you came down, man, and you won it all. You came down, won it all. Unfortunately with Mew, which was too bad.
To be fair, that was all I had. I just don't have anything from the new set. I would have played something else. I literally played Mew.
You borrowed you stole one of my Lost Cities.
Yeah, I didn't even have Lost City. I literally played Mew, changed 2 stadiums up, and it still works.
Yeah. He almost played Dialga. I had to stop him.
Okay.
And then he played it the next day. We went to locals again. Had like a 8-man tournament, 10-man tournament, whatever it was. He played Dialga. He and I got to the finals, And then he realized he couldn't beat my Zoroark, so he just conceded and said, "Just take me home." And I said, "All right, let's go."
I had to catch a train. I was literally just barely made it for the train. Like, it was on the dot.
That's what
But
he says.
I did have
But
to
he realized I was playing
Gazer.
Zoroark. He knew there was really no shot. He said, "Look, Gazer, I can't do it. I want to go home now. This is upsetting. I can't beat you. Just take me home." And I said, "All right, that's what you want." So
Jeez.
it's a good time though, Stu.
Also, get this though. Gazer stops me from playing Dialga the day before in the winner case. Literally all my matches were against Kyurem. Every single
so Dialga would have been like the sauce.
It would have been perfect. Literally top
Oh.
8 was like Kyurem into the ID.
Kyurem.
One of the Kyurems even played that card I hate a lot. What's his name? Drapion.
Oh,
Mew.
yeah.
And I'm like, I could have played Dialga. But it was fine. It worked
But
out.
it wouldn't have got you to top 8. You would have finished like 20th.
It would have been Star Chronos take another turn. Oh, Metal Blast for game. 3 times in a row.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got that far. No, he made the right call.
Okay, yeah.
I hate Mew, but he made the right call. But no, Wancho, man, thank you for joining us, bro. We really appreciate it. I know everything about you because you and I hung out and we're besties now, but I don't think Steuben knows everything about you. Steuben, I mean, Wancho, you want to go ahead and tell a few things to yourself about Steuben?
Sure. Steuben, nice to meet you. My name's Primetime Wizard
Yeah,
TV.
we totally, didn't meet at Baltimore and totally haven't chatted before multiple times at this point. But for the people listening who have no idea,
For the people,
not me, but for the people, those out there, let them know a little bit about yourself.
Cool. Yeah. So, hey, I'm Primetime Wizard TV. My real name's Wancho. I'm a professional Pokemon player, caster, and all that jazz. I'm from the Philippines. Do I talk about my Pokemon stuff? So my Pokemon stuff, I'm technically the national champion since 2016 because we've never had a national championship afterwards. So
longest running title.
I'm reigning, just a dictatorship at this point.
Yeah, you told Henry Brandel hold your beer for his 3-year world's title.
No, but yeah, I stream on Twitch. I make content for the Shuffle Squad. Very, very proud member of the Shuffle Squad here. I absolutely love everyone in the team. And what else? I shoutcast for the Pokemon Company, not TPCI, but TPC. So the folks from Japan, which was very, very fun. It's very, very exciting. And yeah, what else do you guys want to know? I work as an engineer, and I love Pokemon. I really love Pokemon.
So when you say engineer, Gazer thinks you work in a train and you're the one, making the choo-choo noises.
So I'm a chemical engineer for a big pharma company here in San Francisco.
There you go.
So the minute there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm in ground zero. I'm first victim, pretty much.
Oh, so you're working for Umbrella, basically.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I actually believe that this is a big evil pharma company. I have a scary story about it. It is October if you guys want to hear it.
Oh man.
That's the sauce, man. This is sauce.
Don't go losing your job though.
True.
No. I won't lose my job. It's a funny story.
They need you more than you need them, apparently.
No, but basically, so I'm an engineer. Part of my job is literally trying to find when stuff breaks, I have to find a solution to that, right? And part of that solution sometimes is finding older stuff that still works. So one time I was fairly new to my job. I was like, oh no, a very important freezer broke. And I literally I scour our database and there's a freezer in an old warehouse that we don't really use anymore. It's according to the database, it should still be working. Let me check it out. I go to the warehouse and my company, it's like very high tech. You badge in and it's usually very high tech. I go to the warehouse, it's literally locked by a chain and padlock and whatnot. But I was able to get in. I go around and get this, we're a pharmaceutical company, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't find the lights. It's dark, and I'm just like,
it's like a scary movie.
I have like my phone flashlight on me. I'm just like going around. It's a maze. It's just full of equipment. And suddenly I hit a wall, right? I'm like, I look around and I realize this wall is actually, uh, it's actually stacked cribs, like hundreds of cribs, baby cribs with
Ooh,
toys in them. And I'm just
what?
like,
What?
why do we have this?
What?
With toys in them?
With toys in the cribs. And I'm just like genuinely freaked out. I'm in the dark and I'm like looking for a refrigerator pretty much, but I find rows upon rows of cribs. I don't know why.
That's
Okay.
eh,
It is October.
anyways, on to the sixth prize turn.
It's October, so I mean,
Sorry, I know this is a Pokemon podcast, but I love telling that a
next time you
little
speak,
scary
tell that
story.
story. Play some scary music in the background.
Oh my god, it's there. Do you work for oh god, the company from The Boys? Oh crap, we were just watching this.
Oh, what was it?
V. Oh crap, I'm brain farting.
What is it? I know.
Listeners
I'm
are
brain
screaming at
farting.
home right now. Listeners are like, what are you? What? You know this.
Oh, Vought. You work for Vought. Yeah. You're all those cribs are all the babies getting injected with the V
Compound V,
serum.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh jeez.
I have not started The Boys, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Disclaimer:
good,
The Boys is not for everyone
It's
of
not
for Pokemon fans. So if you're above the age of 17,
So you're saying we got
watch
some
it with
kids
your
at home
parents.
I don't
Technically,
think you even watch it with your
Mom?
parents.
Can I watch The Boys? No.
technically, according to like the stats, our demographic is like 25 to 34 for the most part. So
We old.
we old.
According
Yeah.
to J.W.
Yeah.
Crewall, who we had on the show before. Shout out to Flex Daddy. We old.
Yeah, we're old. We're old. But anyways, let's do the sixth prize turn. You know what this is, but for anyone who doesn't know what this is, he knows
He's never
what it
been here.
is. He listens to the pod.
He's never listened to us.
He's been in the live chat multiple times.
He's never been in the live.
Oh my god.
Yes, he
But for
has.
people
Yeah,
who
he
don't
has.
know what it
Yes.
is, if this is somehow your first episode, you've made it 25 minutes in and we haven't talked about Pokemon at all yet. Hey, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I'm sorry for Gazer. But this is the sixth prize turn. We're going to ask 6 rapid fire questions, and PTW is just going to blurt out the first answer that comes to mind. I'll start since
Okay.
it's October. Favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Really?
Why?
That's such a mid candy, bro.
What's wrong with you, Gazer?
It's so mid. It's
Wait,
okay.
what do you like?
M&M's, Snickers.
M&M's are just
Three
Reese's
Musketeers.
Pieces, but chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Oh,
figured
man.
Gazer's going to be like, oh yeah, I love Good and Plenty and Bit of Honey and Tootsie Rolls.
This is the 1960s.
Grandma candies.
My question to you, prime time, and these questions may or may not be Pokemon related, so prepare for anything. In your opinion, what is the worst V-Star we have right now?
The worst V-Star we have. I'm going to say Drapion V-Star.
Ooh.
No, I disagree.
No,
It actually has a functional use. A lot of people using that ability.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I just hate Drapion.
Okay, fair enough.
First thing that came to my head.
Fair enough. I gotta say Aerodactyl probably.
But it comes from like the V has a really cool alt art.
It does, and I love Aerodactyl as a Pokemon, but that V-Star is so bad.
I figured you were either going to say Shaman or Cleavor.
Shaman's
Oh,
not that bad.
I totally forgot
Cleavor is
Cleavor had a
bad. Oh, he's
V-Star.
terrible. Shaman's not terrible. Cleavor's
I've
terrible.
used Shaman. I've used Shaman.
I forgot about Cleavor. He's so bad.
But I agree. Drapion has its use. It's just the first thing that came to mind, and I hate Drapion. I judge cards not only by how competitive they are, but how cool they look and how much I love or hate them.
And how much they also cripple your favorite deck.
Yes.
All right. Next question. I ask everybody this. Favorite brand of sleeves?
KMC.
Okay, wow. Taking it back. Okay.
Who's that?
KMC is in the US, there's a subsidiary company called Player's Choice that makes them here. But it's a Japanese sleeve company, and they make what they call super hards or super clears. I have KMC's as over sleeves on like Pokemon art sleeves to protect them. But I used to use their white ones when I played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Actually, to be more specific, so KMC Hypermats are what I normally use.
Okay.
I try and find them. I just like them because they really fit the card.
Mhm.
So you know how sometimes Dragon Shield they have that little extra,
Yeah.
like on the top. There's like a little extra, so when you hold the
overhang,
card,
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
bend a little bit. So like KMCs just feel a lot more solid, and the mat just feels a lot easier to shuffle.
I think
Smaller cards easier to shuffle.
The
right?
closest thing I think to those that you can get more commonly now are like the Ultimate Guard katanas. They're pretty.
Do they not have KMCs here?
Not
in the US?
not everywhere. Not everywhere.
Really? Okay.
One shop in like the greater 50-ish miles around me carries them, but they maybe have like 1 or 2 packs at a time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to like
never looked into
used to go like KMC Perfect Fit, then KMC, and then KMC Outer Sleeve, just triple sleeve everything.
Holy shuffle pains!
Used to do that.
All right,
Yeah, I
Gazer.
never heard of those. I have to look into that. KMC. Okay.
Next question.
When he said KMC, I thought it was like a radio network or something like that, or some type of news.
When I first heard it, I thought it was chicken. So
It's not Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's Kentucky Mashed Chicken.
Yummy.
They chew it for you.
Okay.
They chew it for you.
All right, my next question. Favorite fruit. What is your favorite fruit?
Fruit?
Yes.
Watermelon.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Okay. Favorite thing that you can't get in the Philippines that you've enjoyed here in America?
That one's hard. A sisig burrito.
Okay, you got to describe that to us. What's that?
It's funny. So it's like my favorite Filipino food is actually here in America. Just because I like how you know how American culture is. Well, especially here in San Francisco, it's very mixed. There's a mixed culture, so I love it when they do fusion food.
Okay.
I'm sure there is in the Philippines, but it's not as readily available. Versus here in like San Francisco, almost every food cart has like a sisig burrito, and I absolutely love it. Like obviously it's a Mexican Filipino fusion, and that's honestly when I was eating this the other day during the weekend. I was like, maybe I should open this in the Philippines. I think this would do great.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So oddly enough, a Filipino food. Right?
A lot of people talk about Jollibee all the time, and I've never had it before.
Oh. Well, we have to get it together.
There are some in the States, but not as many as people make it out to be, I think.
There's quite a few where I'm at, and I just have to say, yeah, I love Jollibee. I find it weird that you guys don't serve chicken with gravy, because every place in the Philippines you serve chicken with gravy, especially like Jollibee and stuff, and that's just something Jollibee does. Also, we have sweet spaghetti.
Yeah, it's like banana ketchup, right?
Yeah. Banana ketchup.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What is banana ketchup?
It's ketchup made from bananas.
I'm uncultured.
Pasta is supposed to be sweet, and it should have little hot dogs. That's just how I grew up.
Wait, my brain's still trying to process this. Banana ketchup?
Yes. It's not yellow if that's what you're thinking. It's literally ketchup, but it's sweet.
So have you not had like sausage? Have you not had sausage gravy? Since you think everything should have gravy, have you had sausage gravy?
The
white cream gravy.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right. But I'm used to like the brown gravy with the chicken.
Yeah, I mean you put that on anything though. Put it on your mac and cheese. Put it on potatoes. Put it on rice. Oh man, gravy and rice is like so good together.
So do you take the banana and like smash it?
I don't know the process.
I don't know how to make it. It's all right. Next time I visit you, Gazer, I'll bring a bottle.
They sell it by the bottle?
Yeah, it's ketchup.
Yeah, it's ketchup.
So if it's not yellow, what color?
It's red. It's bread.
But then why do they call it banana?
Because there's bananas in it.
It's made from bananas. I'll bring you a bottle, Gazer.
He's taking his headset off. He's checking out. He's done. He's done with his pod. Well, if you'd like to be the new permanent co-host, we can just go ahead and write Gazer off.
Okay, I'm back.
You know, I actually used to co-host a podcast too, a little while back.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact. Yeah, a little pop culture podcast though. So it's
Okay.
literally we just go on every week, talk about whatever happened the week before in like movies and whatnot. It was pretty fun.
Steven, is it time for a spinoff? You and me, prime time?
Pop culture. I mean, like we're both boomers, man. Come on.
I mean, it's just
Who
honestly, it's just
who the heck is Beanie Eyelash? I have no idea.
not that time, but like we talk just honestly Marvel movies. We just talk about Marvel movies every week. Whatever happened, Marvel.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
all right.
that's
Yeah.
anything Disney controls.
Oh, all right, yeah. Which is like 90% of all media at this point.
Basically.
Pretty much.
Oh,
pretty much.
this episode of pop culture, we got to talk about the Simpsons because Disney owns them now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a question left. It was my 6-5 turn. I had a question. Steuben, your question sparked another question from me. So reverse that last question, prime time.
Yes, banana ketchup is real, Gazer. Yes.
No. All right, get it. That was a 6-5 turn. It's over. It's
Congratulations,
turn
you've
is over.
officially broke them. You're the first one on the
Moving on.
pod to officially break Gazer completely.
That's my goal.
You've won the medal. I don't know what the medal is made out of or what it looks like, but yes, you've won. Congratulations. It's a more prestigious prize than being the Filipino national champion.
He hasn't beat me in a Pokemon trading card game though.
I haven't. I need
It's
to
fine.
beat you, Gazer.
It's fine.
Anyway, so how many prizes are we at?
That's all 6. That last question,
He gives up.
I give up.
So you
He
took
brought back,
Yeah.
I was finally over the banana ketchup, and he brought it back up, and now I'm just like. I don't care
so
anymore.
in this instance, you took 5 prizes, and your opponent's like, I concede.
I
Yeah,
concede.
I took a multi-prize turn with banana ketchup. Easy peasy.
Yeah. So you got to name a deck after that now. Just like slip it into a Shuffle Squad video. Be like, this is the banana ketchup deck, and no one will know except for people who listen to this pod episode.
I'll watch that episode, and I'll immediately click off. Like, oh nope, I don't want to think about it. It doesn't make sense. So it's ketchup. It's just red ketchup, but it's sweeter
It's very sweet. Yes.
Yes.
and it's made with bananas.
Yes.
Yes.
And it doesn't taste like bananas though.
No, it doesn't.
It tastes like ketchup.
Dude, what the? Okay,
It's
why even throw bananas in there then? Why?
why not?
To make it sweeter.
Why make it out of tomatoes?
Just add sugar, no, or just something else. I don't know. Steven, what's next on the itinerary?
Well, so it's the full interview scenario.
So you're gonna have to carry me on this
All right, that's
this
fine.
episode, man. My brain's not functioning.
So you've done content for a while now in various shapes or form. What ultimately got you started?
Oh. So it's a funny story actually. I've been playing Pokemon for over 10 years now, give or take. But I started playing online because I was on a break from Pokemon, and a couple of my friends from back in the day, the friends you make from Pokemon, honestly, they're lifelong friends. People I met literally on my first day in League, I still talk to daily for 10 years, right? So a couple of them sent my son some packs for his birthday, and he loved it. And that got me into like opening packs with me and my family again. And then I found out about Limitless, so I started playing online.
Okay.
And I started doing well in like some online tournaments in the Philippines. And I got invited to interview with the Pokemon company because they were planning this big event, and they needed a shoutcaster. And I have background in event hosting from back in the day, and I'm an okay Pokemon player. So I interviewed, and during the interview, it was like I was so surprised. Like it was a panel of people from Japan, and I really wanted this job. I really wanted to give it a go. It seemed really fun. And they asked me, do you stream? Are you on Twitch or anything? And I told them no. And they absolutely hated that. They're like, oh, okay. That's fine. You can still compete in our event. I'm like, no. I'm real. I can do this. I had to double back. I was like, I don't stream on Twitch, but I used to co-host a podcast, and I have background in event hosting, and I love Pokemon. I know this format back in like the back of my hand. I really had to sell myself, but the fact that they really wanted a Twitch streamer, that night I fixed up my account and I gave it a go, and then I fell in love with it. Like honestly, like the job came and went, contract was done, got paid and everything, and I just kept going. I honestly, I I fell in love with streaming. Honestly, streaming was better than the event itself. So, and from there, it's pretty much history.
Okay. So they kind of like played their hand and like forced you into it almost, it seems.
It's just that they really wanted a Twitch streamer for some reason. Because I can see it now, because shoutcasting, it was during the pandemic as well, so the event was through webcam and just on the computer. So that's what Twitch streaming is. You're watching the game, except the game is you playing it and you're talking about it. But yeah, so that was 1 month before the event. So literally for a month, I was practicing on Twitch, and it was just amazing. Like the experience of just being able to play a game and having other people there with you. I immediately just fell in love and just kept on going ever since.
Yeah, it has its moments sometimes where they either love you or they hate you in the chat. If you're Gazer, your entire chat wants to bully you. If you're me, they want me to eat spicy food all the time.
Yeah. So. That's part of what it is. As you build a community and a group of people around you, they start finding different quirks and things like that they like for you to do. So Subin, they want you to eat spicy foods, and for me, they want me to dress up as Hula Gazer, stuff like that. Primetime, they want you to put on a Magikarp hat. So, you guys, excuse me for a second. I think the baby's Disney Plus stopped working. Like he's in there having a fit about it. So I'm gonna go press play.
Okay. No worries.
You're good. You take a note.
Family first.
Wait, let's break the fourth wall for a second. Curly's here. Curly, we mentioned you earlier.
Oh, I just mentioned that, yeah.
What's up, Curly?
What's up, Curly?
Do you know who I am now, Curly? That's my only question. Anyway, all right, so we take notes on the start and stop time of editing. MW will take care of it, right? He's good at that kind of stuff.
I mean, I do the audio still, so.
Okay. I paid MW some money the other day.
You paid him money?
He's doing a good job for us.
Who's
cheap now,
MW?
You paid him?
Who's cheap now, huh?
You are.
What does MW stand for?
His name.
Oh, is it his actual name?
Yeah, and then the DC stands for doesn't care. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Oh no, I've seen that guy.
Yeah.
MWDC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's his name, and then doesn't care, but he cares. So it's like I don't get it. I don't really get it.
He cares. All right, so we left off with Primetime describing how we got started, right?
Yes, content.
Okay. So with the shoutcasting, Mr. Wizard,
mm-hmm.
I know you said you fell in love with the streaming aspect. But I mean, didn't you fall in love with the casting as well?
Oh yeah. The casting was great as well. I mean, like, it's an experience, right? To be able to just watch the game that you love and then be overly excited about it, and just you see other people compete, and a lot of them are your friends. And the fact that it feels great, not gonna lie, that the fact that I turned 30, I turned 30 and I got that interview, and I just thought to myself, I'm turning 30 and I'm finally getting paid to do Pokemon. 10-year-old Wancho would be so proud of me. That's immediately what I thought. I'm like, this is amazing. And I honestly, if I could, I'd make it a career. Like, I just quit my job, just do event hosting. Well, shoutcasting. Well, event hosting in general.
I mean, it's not out the realm of possibility.
No, yeah.
It is not.
It isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you know who our guest was last week, but we had Frosted Caribou on.
Mm-hmm.
And although she had, she started on Twitch, and streaming and everything like that. her path kind of went the same. It was, she's able to, become a caster. Just, I guess it depends on right place, right time. You think that's what it is, Stupid? Or what do you think it is, man? I mean, I know you have to put in work for it too.
I mean, who knows? Because originally, like she said, she started out as a variety streamer and also did a lot of Age of Empires.
Mhm.
Then eventually said that, like, after getting Twitch partner, like, it just wasn't for her. So then started doing curated Pokemon content. And I mean, who ultimately knows? I mean, it also helps to have a massive following. More eyes. That's more eyes on you.
Somebody saw her though. Somebody saw her.
Yeah.
At the right, somebody in the right place at the right time. Like, hey,
I
like what she's doing.
I think it was the WAP down content that she was making. Right. So that definitely would have been.
All you need to start doing is just commentating random people as they play games at your locals. Just walk up to them, pull out your phone, and just talk about what they're doing, what's in their hand.
I mean, I did that with a laptop in a basement for a few months straight.
You did.
I did. I miss doing it, but I also don't miss the drive because it was an hour each way. And then my laptop's also a piece of crap. So
the furthest I have to travel for locals is maybe 20 minutes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, real jealous of that.
No, but yeah, I mean that's the dream, right? Actually got hired by the Pokemon Company a couple of other times after that first event. So technically, it but yeah, it's great, right? Like after that event was called Battle Festival Asia. After that, I got to do the Pokemon Championship Philippines. Again, we have a different circuit, so that was equivalent to like an IC or possibly a national championship. That event.
That was your most recent event, right?
Yeah.
I think that's when I tuned into him. What were you on? I saw you though, and I watched you for a little bit.
It was on if you go to Pokemon, so literally the Pokemon YouTube channel, but Pokemon Asia. Right. Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. Somehow I watched you for a little bit, like, hey, that's that guy. And at the time we weren't as close as we were then, now, but I was like, that's the guy who I seen him stream. It's him.
Oh yeah, for context, you guys heard me clear my throat, but not the stream or the recording.
Gotcha.
Sorry. I had to.
No worries.
Well, the way it timed in when you say, the Pokemon Company, you're like, Pokemon Company, so I'm like, oh, okay. That's what he's doing there. I get it. Pokemon Company.
No, but yeah, and honestly, working for them has been amazing. And fingers crossed. My dream in all of this is I want to like shoutcast Worlds, and I'm like, I actually have a pretty good relationship with TPC, and the fact that it's in Yokohama, I'm like, hey, I hope I get the call. I hope they're like, you know what? It's in Japan. Maybe TPC has a bigger say than TPCI for once. And you never know. You never know. Fingers crossed.
There. You see, well, I mean, it is in Japan, and
yeah, I hope they give us more context on everything and that, because like again, there's not a lot of transparency on like how most things are ran, and then especially with that being such a different kind of international level of event. Because I mean, like, most places for ICs, they either have like English as a secondary language, and they do in Japan, but they're all Latin based, and it's a little bit easier to learn. But not everyone can easily pick up Japanese so well. So to know like how many people from Japan are gonna play versus from around the world, and I know they're getting ready to lift the travel bans to an extent soon. So that'll definitely make it a little bit easier for people.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, if we're gonna talk about the logistics of Yokohama Worlds, I feel like that's gonna take the entire podcast. It's gonna be really confusing.
Yeah, and we know nothing. We literally know nothing.
Yeah,
other than where it's at.
Yeah, I mean
that's it.
I'm excited.
I feel like not knowing much about. I mean, we know where it is. Where it's gonna be. Is that all we need to know right now? At least until January, right? We have a couple more months until we have to know stuff to start planning, right?
I mean, the sooner the better. I mean, international flights already aren't cheap. So I feel bad for LAIC attendees because like they just found out like last week and a half.
Oof.
And then it's like Thanksgiving weekend here in the States for those flights. So
really?
I'm sure that's a little bit nuts getting to Brazil for that. So if they they hopefully give people a little bit more time to prepare and know. That's all I can ask for.
I think January is the cutoff. We're like, okay, we have to know something now.
Yeah, 6
the
month
sooner the better.
window.
But I think
Yeah.
January is like, okay, we have to know now. I still cry for our homies in Australia.
Yeah, they still
Poor
have
Mitch.
nothing. They have nothing.
I know.
That's,
Poor Mitch and the Sable Lies.
But I do.
Poor Henry Brand.
Speaking of them, though,
How?
like they've been doing their own like leagues and like championships that I've seen recently.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
That's what I was thinking. Like the Pokemon scene in Australia is actually pretty popping.
Yeah, and
Isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
all unofficial events.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still it seems like really, really fun. I was really jealous. I wanted to go.
Just come to Fresno. We have league here every night.
That's true. Okay. Yeah.
All right, we're all scratching Japan off the top of the wanted list to go to Fresno,
yeah,
California.
let's go to Fresno.
I went there for a week and I played every night. It was crazy.
But sorry, you guys were talking about how Australia has nothing at the moment. Do they like have no events?
They have no regionals. No regional scheduled. I mean, technically, like OCIC is scheduled, but they don't know specifics again. So it's just kind of crazy that everything they've been doing has all been homegrown grassroots, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm actually very invested in that, just because I didn't dawn on me until now, because so in the Philippines we used to be under TPCI, right? Like just like everyone else. And they always paired us with Australia. Like they changed our national championship to like Oceania or something.
Okay.
And technically we were in the same region as Australia. But then TPC came over, and now like Southeast Asia in general is under TPC. It made me think, so now we're separate from Australia. And now I'm surprised that they actually didn't get in events. Did they literally just forget about Australia?
I mean, who knows? They haven't scheduled anything. They've been in the dark longer than anybody else at this moment in time. Like, there's been events in Europe. Bilbo Baggins and Warsaw coming up and all that. They've had regionals in Latin America. So yeah, it's literally just been Australia, New Zealand that hasn't had any TPCI ran events at this point.
That is interesting. I'm very, very curious.
So
did you guys see?
Go ahead.
Or go ahead. Steve.
No, you're good.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go.
I insist, Subin.
Taser beam. If you don't ask your question, I swear to God.
I couldn't. I insist, Subin. Go ahead.
Oh my God, Gazer, I'm gonna strangle you.
It's this kind of podcast, prime time. This is what this is, man.
I'm loving every.
I already forgot what I was gonna ask.
I figured you both did, to be honest.
No, I did, and then like he's like, no, you, and then I was like, oh, and I got mad, and I forgot.
Yeah. Prime time. We've been real transparent about the pod last couple episodes. Stu and I fight 3 times a week? What do you think, Stu?
3 is an understatement.
We get each other mad about 3 or 4 times a week, I think.
But that's what makes you guys amazing, you know.
I was swearing at him in a Discord message this morning. I'll be real.
I wasn't even awake for it yet. I'm like, what?
Typing all caps, all angry.
I wasn't even awake yet. Then I woke up and seen what they were talking about. I hopped in. I was like, well, since you guys are doing things without me, how can we do this, or this? And then I had to go, and I was unplugged for a while. I come back, Steuben cussed me out again. So,
I mean, you say that, but at the same time, Steuben it organizes this Blame Gazer to get you to the East Coast. So
once again,
equal amounts of love and a little strict. It's just.
I did not sign off on this. I'm waiting to hear from my legal representation.
And they're going to laugh at you when they tell you that you don't have the rights to your own name because it's based off a Disney franchise, and I own the rights to #BlameGazer. I bought it for my LLC. So,
I'm sorry, he has a point.
Check and mate.
Dude, when you got to take another note, the baby's crying. I think his foot. Hear me out. I think his foot is stuck in the crib. He's been doing that lately. He gets his foot stuck in the bars between the crib, and he just sits there. He's like, "Hey, my foot." So
go check him. Go.
You're
go.
good.
He'll be all right. He's okay. I can take my time. It's a game to him now. It's fun. No, I'm playing.
No, oh my God, go get the
Be right
baby. All right, I'll lead the way on this one then. And I'll just chop it around a little bit. So, explain a little bit more about like the circuit and everything in the Philippines. like the
Oh.
structure and how, like you said, it's changed multiple times. But say, for example, the longest set of it being the same, what'd they kind of do?
I wish I could tell you properly. It literally changed. Like the entire I just knew well, okay, wait. So last year, there was no events, right? There's pandemic and everything, no events. They literally hosted the Pokemon Championship Philippines, a championship series where top 4 invite gets invited to Worlds. That was no CP, no anything. Top 4 in this tournament, you get to go to Worlds. If you're first place, you get the travel award. So you get the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Okay.
That's what they did last year. This year, there's this new system. There's like and the thing is, I don't know too much about it because it happened while I was here. So it's that recent, right? I've been here for like a month, give or take. And then they released like this new Pokemon website, and you have to re-sign up. That means I have to get like a new ID, a new pop ID ish, maybe. I don't know just yet, but you have to re-sign up, and then there's a new championship point system. So I think instead of CP, it's CSP, and then there's different tournament structure. So instead of regionals, ICs, and all that, we think we get like town league. I think we do get a regional. I didn't look into the structure too much because I haven't even signed up yet to get my new pop ID. But I just know it's that different where it's going to be a entirely new system.
So
Yeah.
you think it's more in line with like what Japan does with like city leagues and stuff like that, and the prefecture qualifiers?
I have a feeling. I have a
Okay.
feeling it's going to be like that. Yes.
That's weird to flip flop between like the Western circuit style, then go back to the Eastern circuit style. So it's like they just don't know what they want to do with the region.
Possibly. Again, I feel like this is something new that they're going to do. And again, it's different from what we did last year as well. And this is just a testing. I feel like it's a mix between what Japan does and what the US does technically, because it's still a championship point system. They just have a new letter in the middle.
Yeah. So I mean, like maybe it's like the test, like you said, it's the testing ground for what they want to do the rest of the world. With the way things have been lining up with potential like releases with Scarlet and Violet, like we haven't seen Japanese Scarlet and Violet leaks at all yet. So they've been kind of quiet on that. Maybe we're gonna get global releases. Maybe we move into a global system in the future.
I would hope so. I would like to just have all the same circuit because that'd be nice. I mean, right now I'm traveling around the US, right? I'm traveling to different regionals, but I don't get any points.
Yeah, you were curious about that after Baltimore.
Yeah. Funny. Thank you again for the help, by the way. So I did submit a support ticket to the Pokemon company, TPCI, asking them, hey, so do I placed 40 in Baltimore. Do I get any championship points? I did get the packs, which was nice eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked them, hey, am I going to be able to get points? Or, I'm from the Philippines, but I am here traveling. And since, again, the Philippines is going to have its own system, I was thinking maybe my pop ID just works then. Because I used to travel, I've been playing the game for 10 years. I used to travel to Portland, Vancouver, and compete using this pop ID to get championship points. So, and then the Philippines is going to get a new one. So I was thinking maybe it'll just work, but I haven't gotten any points since playing, since Baltimore. I don't know if they've given it out yet. I feel like they should have because I can see that I competed, but then I have no CP. And yeah, so I asked them, hey, so I don't know, do I get points? Is there something I have to do? Or am I just not eligible altogether? And then what literally happened was the support, the person in the support didn't know, and he transferred me to someone who could possibly know. And then that person, like someone like higher up or her boss or whatever, and that person was like, we don't know either. Let me direct you to the Asia side. So TPC website.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it's funny, they direct me to the TPC website, and the link they literally sent me had no support, had no way for me to actually contact TPC. So I go back and tell them, hey, is this the right link? Because I don't see where I can click to submit a ticket. And they're like, oh no, this is wrong. Here, maybe try this one. And I try
Maybe
that
try
one.
this one.
And then it's literally all in Japanese. And there is like a text box. And then I just, Google translate it over in my computer. And there's like no, I haven't tried to submit. Oh no, I tried to type in like my question, right? And then it literally says when I hit submit, it goes like characters not recognized
So it wants you to
was the error.
it wants you to type in like katakana or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
So, and that was the website that the TPCI directed me to, and that's where I'm at.
So you've been on a wild goose chase since Baltimore, just trying to get any answers whatsoever.
Pretty much.
Get this man his points. Hashtag.
So when you signed up for Baltimore through Arcanine, did you use the same ID number that you used in the Philippines?
Yes. Yeah.
And it accepted it.
Yeah. I have an RK9 account and everything. And this Pop ID I've been using to compete for the past 10 years. It's worked in the US before. I just don't know because of this new system if it just won't take it now. But I what's important is I have an RK9 account. It takes it, and I can play, and that's honestly what's important to me.
Yeah, you're not like necessarily trying to come to America just to get a World's invite or whatever like that. You're not,
No.
So that's
I'm
a
there
whole
'cause
different.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game at that point in time. But
Well,
it's definitely
top 40,
curious.
he could.
It's curious for me to like not have an answer for you because like I want to know for the sake of logistics for like everybody else.
Me too. I'm just curious,
It's weird though that
guinea pig.
your Pop ID was that you accepted and went through and everything. No issues, huh? Just went through.
Yeah, no issues. No issues at all. I have an RK9 account and everything. And my Pop ID is, similar to everyone. I like it too. It's 6 digits. That means you've been playing for a while.
Yeah, mine's 6 digits.
Yeah.
I have a guy in my laptop who is 3 digits.
Wow.
Do you want to guess who that player is?
Who?
Chris Fulop.
No idea who that is.
Oh.
Who is that?
They may or may not have been a really good player.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like
Chris Phillip.
I'm from the.
Yeah.
I normally know good players there. But dang, 3 digits.
3
and I don't want to give
digits.
it up. I don't want to give up mine. I want to keep my 6-digit Pop ID. So. Whew.
Oh yeah, see, so we're live breaking the fourth wall, but the chat
I know,
knows, the chat knows the name.
I'm reading it. I need to check it out. I need to check that name out. Like the biggest name I know from back in the day is like what's his name? The Darker Eye player, Jason Klaczynski, stuff like that.
Yeah.
To that extent, yeah, they have to be like world championship ish. Is the person you said a world champion?
Not a world champion, no, but dang near close.
Yeah. So like to reach like our ears in the Philippines, like world champion ish.
Oh, he played the Blaziken deck. He played Blaziken.
He played Blaziken when?
Back in like 04, 05, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Ruby Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
So
we barely had the internet then. So.
mega throwback. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of weird with that whole situation though, to just not have a true answer.
It's interesting.
And then for them to like pass you back and forth and just not to know. But again, they're just never transparent in general.
Let's get this man some points, man. Let's start a new movement. Get Blame Gazer. Hashtag primetime points. Get him his points. Let's get him going to Worlds. If he keeps placing top 40, he'll be fine. He'll make it.
No, that's okay, guys. Either way, I do want to go to Worlds anyway. Go to Japan. Like, it's in Asia, and my brother lives in Japan. I'm just gonna frame it as I'm visiting my brother. But either way, I think I'd go. And I tell this to How did I tell this? I was talking to someone from the Shuffle Squad. Uh, Josh. I was talking to Josh, and like we were talking about points, about invites, and all that. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it because I'm not gonna get any points here. And then honestly, if there are big events in the Philippines, I'd rather be hired as a caster than actually play the event.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I was just telling him, you know what? You can be the world champion. I just want to be the guy talking about you.
Right.
You know, I want to be the shoutcaster for you. So that's my dream.
There you go.
If everyone's chasing their invite for world, I am too in a way, but I want a
Right.
caster seat. That's my dream.
Okay.
So I think it's just more so maybe you need to. I know you played a lot of tournaments. Maybe it's time you started hosting a couple tournaments and casting those.
I mean, he already kind of has.
I do. I have a primetime weekly, but only it's in the Philippines.
I know. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time to bring it to the States while you're still here. And maybe it's time to start doing it at a time when more eyes are on you.
You know, like I've gotten that comment so many times because I've been hosting the primetime weekly. We've gotten a good number. We've gotten a good number of events in, and it helps that the Shuffle Squad huge. They help out a lot with prizing and everything. And I get comments all the time. I'm like, hey, you should move it like to this time so that more people can join. But the thing is, I started that event because, again, remember how I said I got back into the game because there was a Limitless event in the Philippines. It was called the PH Open. So huge props to KVI, a good friend I met just playing in Limitless events during the pandemic. And unfortunately, they had to close it. And that means there was no more venue for Southeast Asian players to play in these big events. Because if I honestly, like, sometimes to play late night, I stay up till 7 in the morning. I work nights, right? That means I have to stay up till like 7 or 6 a.m. We'll start at 6 and I'll play onwards. And not everyone can do that, right?
You're right.
So that's why, like, the primetime weekly, it's just carrying the torch for what the PH Opener used to do, is just give a venue for everyone in Southeast Asia. Yes, I don't get that as many participants as something like late night or tournaments here in the West, but it's just something I really had to do, like carry the torch there, because it gave me the opportunity to make so many new friends and enjoy the Pokemon game in a different level, And yeah, I actually kind of regret that I have to put it to a pause because I can't wake up at 4 in the morning to host these events now.
Yeah,
I couldn't find anyone to carry it over. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. In the meantime, though, so you're still doing it, so you're still being seen. Maybe you don't call it the the prime time with you. Try call it something different.
That's fair. That's fair. A different circuit altogether. I was thinking about
just so you're still doing something, so you're still being seen. You're still casting, your voice is still getting out there. People are still recognizing, hey, this guy has a good voice, and you have a great voice for those kind of things, man. So maybe just something like that. I understand what you're doing because I did a tournament series called the West Coast Weekly because I feel like and you're natural on the West Coast. You've been here for a while. A lot of times these tournaments happen and guys are at work or they're not off work yet. They're picking up the kids from school or what's going on and we can't play yet. So I'm like, let me do a tournament that's later for people on the West Coast. And I capped it out at 64. I made it really, pretty small, really moderate. And it was a good time. A lot of people enjoyed it. And I just did it while I was off work for the summer. So I understand, finding a time slot that fits and that works. But in the meantime, so you're still casting, so you're still getting your voice out, so you're still getting practice in and still doing your thing. Maybe it's time to start hosting a tournament, while you're still here in the States.
That is fair. Maybe we should partner up.
I could get down with that. I tried to partner with Steuben, and he came up with a podcast idea instead. So I said, whatever, that's fine.
I mean,
he's gonna do like a single prize or something.
Single prize showdowns this Thursday.
See, there it is. That's what something about single prizes, and I said no, Zoroark V-Star, and he said no single prizes. So I was like, oh,
no. Huge props though, Steuben, for hosting the single prize showdown. I love like alternative formats on Limitless.
Yeah, we existed before GLC. Pat on my own back. The ban lists are really different and shake it up every week. So last time I ran it, Sableye and Cramorant ran the train on the tournament, and they're both banned now. So we'll see what happens.
Keeping an eye on it. I was like, I've been meaning to join one using Clefairy.
This might be the
Ooh.
time now that there's
Clefairy.
no
I like Clefairy.
Sableye to cause you problems. Clefairy might be the sauce.
I like Clefairy.
I think even in terms of single prizers, I think Sableye and Cramorant just kind of gatekeep the rest of them.
No, yeah.
Like
I mean-
Zoroark had play before they came out a little bit. Now I haven't seen any of the single prize Zoroark at all. Arcanine hasn't done anything, and that's got some cool tricks up its sleeve.
Yeah.
Clefairy can hit some big wombo numbers, but yet Sableye just says nope.
It's Sableye specifically in my opinion. Well, the Lost Zone engine itself is just really, really fast for the fact that it just uses Comfy and everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like Sableye, the fact that Sableye is in the format, especially in the single prize format you have, it's like doing
Yeah.
big damage isn't enough. You have to do the fact that there's a Pokemon that can do big damage that can split it up just in case or hit anywhere on the board.
Hit anywhere on the
That's pretty
board. Get
good.
your numbers right. Do what you need. Yeah, look. I say it all the time. Miltank's a menace, and that's in standard. But then just overall, Sableye is a menace as well. They're menaces to this game, man. They need to be stopped. They need to be halted from everything they're doing. They shouldn't exist. They shouldn't be here.
All right.
For once, Razor, you and I agree.
So here's a question that we've never really asked since it's alternate format or whatever. What are your two thoughts? What am I banning next after this hypothetical tournament happens this coming up week, this Thursday? With no Sableye, no Cramorant, still having Wheezing and Radiant Greninja and a few other things banned. What am I going to ban after this week? Am I going to have to ban Comfy and Chorus?
I wouldn't think so. No, I think you want to have the Lost engine because that's an engine. It's not going to take knockouts by itself. I want to see what you're going to be. You're able to power up using Mirage Gate now that if you have a lot of different things banned. And so I don't think you should necessarily, unless it consistently just wins. I don't. Nothing honestly comes to mind.
Whatever it has, if it has a majority meta share, though, I will ban it no matter what, even if it doesn't perform well.
Maybe just Radiant, the Radiance in general. Like Radiant Charizard just seems like a beast still.
Yeah, Charizard was had a lot of play still before in that last event. Greninja, we killed off Greninja like before it could even have a chance.
I'm not playing another one until you bring back Wheezing, man.
If you want Wheezing, head over to the YouTube channel and watch the deck profile. I made that deck to troll the kids at the locals.
Funny you bring up Wheezing. So if I wasn't able to go to the Peoria Regional Championship. I signed up though, just in case. So I'm just out $70. It's all right. The tickets were like $1,000 to fly. No, thank you. But if I played in Peoria, I was gonna play Wheezing.
Yeah.
Wheezing Eternatus or Wheezing Darkrai or something.
No,
but something with Wheezing. Eternatus. I've been working pretty hard on just playing Eternatus. I've been able to make at like 9th in a lot of tournaments. Not necessarily been able to break 8th, but 9th is okay with Eternatus. My quick plug, that's my next Shuffle Squad video.
Spoiler alert.
All the leaks.
And honestly, it's still on my list for SLC. Not too high anymore since I don't know, I got scared of the canceling Cologne comp phase. But if it looks like people started playing Path comp phase, I think Galarian Wheezing is just a menace to watch out for. I found it absolutely hilarious that I can bully Sobbles with Galarian Wheezing and Radiant Sneasler. It's just so funny to eat Sobbles alive.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways. Like I love Crobat VMAX to just pivot into the Wheezing. And then just like, all right, cool. Oh, I have 2 Wheezings. So you want to escape rope? Oh, all right, which one do I promote?
Here's a Wheezing.
Yeah.
So I played in Eternatus, right? The fact that you have such a big bench space, and you play it with, you have Zigzagoons and Hisuian Samurott to really just manipulate the board. And you just feel like a control player, like, because you want to be able to take that knockout going back into your turn. So you're like putting the damage counters to make the math right. And just in case they break your control, okay, now I'm just a giant hand that's 340 HP that's going to do 300 damage. Thank you.
I try to list like that too with a tournament because I used to love a tournament and used to play it a lot. And that list is okay. Maybe you have a better, maybe you found the better 60 cards than I did, but the list was okay. And I'm in a tournament sim, man.
I bet $5 he's got a better 60 than you, Gazer.
Yeah, but my Zoroark V-Star list though.
Let's play, Gazer. I want a rematch. I've never beaten
He and I couldn't play at locals. He had to get him to his train. I played him the next day on his stream, and I whooped on him pretty bad. He played Dialga like he would have if we played there, and I played Zoroark, and it was like no contest.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. I can admit that.
I know. I mean, I've also whooped on Primetime on my stream a couple times.
Dang.
So I'm just.
Is this what you guys do?
Good? Are you actually good?
Am I good or is he good?
No, is he good? Is he actually good?
Is this what you guys do?
I'm garbage. I'll be honest.
You just invite guests, say, "Oh, I whooped your butt." Yeah.
Well, I remember we played a couple times, and
we played. Yeah.
The Leafeon caught you off guard when you were playing Gudra.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
And then the other time, I think I played Artgoo, and I think you were playing the Eternatus. And it was actually a lot closer of a game. It wasn't really a whooping or anything. It was very close. I think I just had like a boss early on that mattered a little too much.
So you got to see my Eternatus. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's like Weezing. Who needs Weezing? I've got Arceus and Gudra.
That's right. I still have to beat both of you. I want a rematch. Let's cut the podcast. Let's play.
All right. If you can be us both, the podcast is yours.
Give it to him.
But I'll retain all the merchandise rights for the remainder of it.
I did not sign off on this Blame Gazer merch, man.
I mean, it's okay. We've already sold 10 shirts, so. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm afraid to look. I'm afraid to look at how many t-shirts have moved.
Would a link be connected to all this?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, it's there already, and it'll be everywhere. A link will be in the description. Also use promo code BlameGazer to save 10% off of your purchase.
Is that real?
It is real. Yes, you are allowed to use promo code BlameGazer for 10% off.
Why I didn't sign off on any of this?
I love it.
I literally woke up this morning. Stupid and MWDC were having that conversation between amongst themselves. I come in, the shirts are already they're up on the store, they're good to go, they're ready to be ordered, and I'm like, I didn't say okay to any of this.
I'm ordering.
I can tell. I can hear the autofill going off. Credit card numbers being calculated in there. I'll take your entire stock.
I'm gonna use that promo code.
Blame Gazer. I mean, I have some Primetime merchandise. I have this sticker here.
Oh, hey.
There you go. Open the chroma key, just took it away.
Let's try it again. Let's see. I'll move it around. Primetime. Oh, it's gone. Wait, there we go. PT dub.
So, SLC, you're going, right?
I am, yes. Very, very excited.
I am not. It's too far away. Gazer is not.
I'm not. I'm just scared, and I can't. I'm just scared.
He's afraid of the Mountain Time Zone. After Azul's statement about the gnomes in Mountain Time or whatever from their clip or whatever.
What?
Gazer doesn't want to go to the Mountain Time Zone.
Okay.
But yeah. So what do we think is going to perform well? I
mean,
go ahead.
If we're just gonna base it off history, something that literally only gives up one prize. I feel like the past two big regionals has been dominated just by single prizers at this point, right?
Yeah.
So,
for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, last two.
Yeah. And literally because of how dynamic the format is, I give credit to Limitless for that, right? Huge shout out to like the big tournaments. Like honestly, like playing in late night feels like playing in a regionals if you're gonna play the entire game. And it really makes the format so dynamic. I haven't seen something that consistently just outs Lost Zone Box just yet. Like the minute people tried, hey, double Empoleon, oh, we're gonna play Path, or we're gonna play Cologne, stuff like that. And the fact that I feel like someone's gonna come up with another Lost Zone box cute edition that counters whatever people are doing to counter Lost Zone box now.
I think the days of like surprise decks or it's done. I think it's done. People used to use online platforms and stuff as like the testing ground, and then now that like all the results from all these events, they're just published everywhere. It's really hard to surprise people.
I disagree because yeah, you use online tournaments on Limitless and stuff like that. Shout out to Robin Schultz, as you know, place to test, but that doesn't mean it still won't take someone by surprise. The Tord brought Vikavolt, didn't do that hot, but the few people he did, you know, I'm sure everyone he played was surprised by it. Like, whoa, what's this? What's happening here? So I think you will, you know, find a deck that Zoroark took top 8, and that kind of surprised everyone. Like, what's happening here? So,
I think Zoroark's placement was a surprise, but the fact that we saw the deck wasn't a surprise.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even with the Vikavolt instance, like, people knew that before he was playing it at that event that it existed. There were multiple people playing Vikavolt in Milwaukee.
Okay. Yeah.
So it wasn't super uncommon at that point in time. So like I feel like a surprise archetype is what I mean, like in question of like I don't think we see surprise archetypes anymore. We might see surprise techs or like a surprising 60, but I don't think like insert random card name is gonna show up anymore like that, like in that kind of instance.
I agree. I feel like gone are the days where like someone's gonna show up with, I don't know if the Mega Audino deck, for example.
Yep. Yeah. Oh,
Worlds,
Japan
right?
completely farmed the entire West with that.
Just like, oh, what is this? And how is it working? And how is it now the World Championship? What happened?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Mimikyu VMAX won't be a thing, huh?
What's it do? I don't even know what it does. It's so irrelevant. I don't know what it does.
I was trying to make that one work too because I love Mimikyu. You use Acerola. If you use Acerola, you get to spread 13 or 12 damage counters.
13 damage counters, yeah.
Oh wow, I could just spread 12 with Sableye on a single prizer. Next.
That's true.
Next.
That is true. That is true. Why do you need to play a supporter if you just do it with a single prizer for free?
Yeah, instead of a 3 prize, what is it? 310 HP, 310, 300.
It's only 300 HP.
Oh yeah. No, thank you.
It's squishy. Yeah. It's so soft.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, I feel like everyone who I've been, not everyone, but a lot of people I've been talking to locally, they've been asking, what do you think I should play? Or I'm trying to figure out what to play, and I say, if you're asking me, my suggestion would either be Lost Box. Or I really feel like Kyurem can make some noise too. I don't know why I feel like Kyurem could be really good. Kyurem with Palkia, even straight Kyurem by itself, it can hit any number it needs to hit, and it's a big knockout too. So
yeah, I think go ahead.
Sorry, I agree. I feel like I'm not saying Lost Box is necessarily best deck in format. I'm just I feel like the meta right now is pretty diverse where anything can really take the win. I'm just saying. Maybe Lost Box just has the historically right at the moment a couple of wins under its belt, even online. So it's just for me, it's a safe bet to do well with. But the format right now, like I've been trying to test left and right, and I'm not. It's not like Fusion Strike format onwards, right? Where I was just like, I tried Mew, I fell in love with it. I'm like, wow, this deck is fun, and it seems really really strong. And I feel like this is BDIF. Palkia came out. This is BDIF.
Yeah.
Right now, I can't tell you what BDIF is. What is necessarily peak deck? But there are a lot of good decks. Are a lot of good decks.
I agree. You can honestly play whatever you're comfortable with. If you know your list, you know your matchups, you know your lines, then you definitely have a shot for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm trying to show you BDIF right now, but my chroma key's picking it up.
I feel like everything has a few auto losses no matter what. And it's just like a game of sticks and stones. You never know like what you're going to come across, especially like if you look at like Baltimore. I played 4 Mew mirror matches. How many people even saw a Mew in those 9 rounds? You know what I mean?
That's
like it's hard to say, because there's so much variance. That anything could be good, anything could be bad.
Of this meta right now, though, right? I hear some people saying the meta's not that great. I think it's in a good spot because, well, it can get it could end up being in a bad spot if Lost Box becomes everything becomes flow to Lost Box. But I feel like there's so much there's so much variance. We're in a pretty good spot. Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah, there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of variety. You could play Dialga and have a good time. You could play Mew. You could play Arceus. You could play Palkia. You could play Weezing. You could play Arceus Goodra, which has been getting a little bit more hype on the online events recently too.
I don't know if you're noticing what I'm trying to show you.
Yes, of course. Zoroark. Yes, you can play Zoroark. I have Zoroark built. It's cool. It's fun.
No, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I like the format right now. Especially like when we were in what was the set before this? Astral Radiance format, looking into Lost Origin. In my mind, I was like, oh, we're going into a big one-shot format, Giratina is just gonna hit everyone and knock out everything. Oh, Kyurem's oh wow. Now Palkia has an even better partner that just one-shots everything. But now that wasn't the case. That's not what happened. Decks like Arceus, Goodra itself do survive in the format right now. A big tanky decks because it does fairly well against Lost Box. Lost Box keeps those big one-shot guys probably in check. So I think we're in a good spot. I didn't think Goodra was going to be able to be a thing in this big one-shot format, but it is. So
yeah, it almost made top 8 technically. That win that they had on stream, that resulted in a tie. If Cyrus Davis would have won, they would have made top 8 for sure with their resistance and their tiebreakers.
Now, yeah, I mean, Goodra is literally on my top 3 decks right now to bring to SLC.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The fact that if you can have a good matchup against Lost Zone Box, I think you're a good deck.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will play it because 1, they love Tord, and 2, people always gravitate towards the hypothetical like last best deck that won. Not everybody has the testing groups or the insights to just come up with something else or have their own 60.
Yeah, I mean,
fear is that Lost Box just takes over, and it just Lost Box the mirror is ugly. Have you ever seen the Lost Box mirror?
Yeah, it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, it's so ugly.
It's not.
My fear is that it takes over, it morphs and absorbs most of the format, and we just see Lost Box after Lost Box after Lost Box. We had our Cross the Caribou last week, and she didn't want. She got tired of seeing Palkia after Palkia after Palkia because it's so linear, which is true, but it's a lot more aesthetic to watch, aesthetically pleasing to watch as opposed to Lost Box, and they're struggling and they're trying to find this and when I put this damage counters, and it's
I think the Lost Box mirror is like not bad to watch for entertainment value because of how random it can be with like the cards coming off the top of the deck, like a slot machine or a roulette or whatever, versus just shady dealings for whatever you want whenever you want. That's more predictable and
at my locals, everyone's been playing Lost Box or Giratina with Lost Box, through Lost Box Engine, and when the mirror happens, everyone's brain is melting and no one else will do. There's steam coming out of their ears, and it's just like I'm like, oh my gosh, and they're gonna I'll put 2 damage counters here, and then I have to have my Charizard ready for this, and he has a Giratina, but I don't have Giratina, and it's I don't think it's that nice to watch. The mirror's ugly.
I think it's my take on it is it's absolutely atrocious to play.
Yes.
It seems like, but I have to agree with Subin. I think it's it's at least more fun to watch than a Palkia mirror. I have to agree with that. Like Palkia mirror, he's gonna use Drizzle. What's he gonna find? He's gonna find the Irida. Irida gets a bucket, a guy. Okay, and then the other guy does the same thing. Versus Lost Box, there's because of the fact of how gambly. I think Subin put it right, where it's like a slot machine.
Yep.
You don't know what you're gonna get of the top 2, and sometimes those micro decisions will dictate the game. He decided to send a scoop up net to the Lost Zone. I wonder how that's gonna affect it. Or oh no, he had to send the water energy. That whatever he drew must have been that important, or whatnot.
Yeah.
And the fact that in general it's a box, right? Not every loss. It's not ever going to be, well, maybe, but it's almost never going to be the exact same 60. Some people are going to play Snorlax. Some people are going to be the Radiant Greninja version. Some people are going to be the Charizard version. Some people are going to Cologne, a Path, or a Pokestop. At least there's variants. But I think it's absolutely atrocious to play. That's why I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, if you don't want to do mirror match after mirror match after mirror
Yeah.
match.
Yeah,
I
no.
think it's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm with
I
you
mean,
on that one.
I should accept this. I should know this would come from a Mew player. I should have known that. I don't see how you guys have. I don't see how you guys get your jollies playing Mew.
Oh, I did. I loved the Mew mirror matches because I played Cheryl.
Well-
That's why I won all 4 of those mirror matches because I played Cheryl.
No, I mean, you know why Mew players do well, Gazer? It's because we finish the game fast. That means we have time to take a break and prepare for the next round. Versus, imagine if you're in a big regional event, you actually make day 2 with Lost Box. That means you're playing 9 + 6 games of full 1 hour, like full. You're taking up the entire time, full 1 hour games of Pokemon.
Yeah,
right. Because you're Lost Box. You're single prize. You're never gonna finish. You're never gonna go into. Well, maybe go into game 3, but at that point, you're probably gonna draw or something.
Yeah,
and that's mentally taxing. That's why I didn't want to play Cyclezard in Baltimore. That was because it's my first big regional back here in the US. I don't want to fry my brain. But I mean, if you can do it, you go, do it. It's like a marathon, right? If you're able to play at that level of Pokemon perfectly, where in these single prize matches that every single micro decision you make is going to matter, and you have to play it absolutely perfectly. If you can do that, that means you're a great player. That's why Tord, Piper are great players, right? They're able to play that deck absolutely perfectly in this huge event. I don't think I'm at that level yet. So
yeah, I feel like if I ever get to that point, I'm not having fun though. Like, because then you're just going to be drained. Yeah, oh yeah, you're going to be drained. Look at if you go back and you look at Peoria's stream, look at all of the games that went to time that they showed Lost Box. It's almost all of them.
Yeah.
Except for the finals, which was just a random bit of.
Go Sabo, go!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel
bad luck for Cal.
Shout out to our boy Cal.
I will say though, like
That
not to disrespect Cal, but that was very exciting to watch for Tor.
That was exciting to watch.
And that's what like Palkia can't give you in a mirror. Mew can give you that because you're drawing so many different cards. There's so much variance in the coin flips. Lost Box, oh, okay, what are my top 2 cards? I hit the Battle VIP pass turn 1. No, I didn't. Okay, can I find the chorus? And like the amount of sequencing there and just a little micromanagement, like that's way more fun to watch than shady dealing.
I was on the end of that reverse end the other day. I beat a guy down. I finally beat a Lost Box with my Zoroark. I usually don't beat it, but I finally beat the Lost Box with my Zoroark. He beat me game 2. We went to game 3, and it's a top cut, so it's sudden death. First one to take a prize. The first 2 matches, I didn't start anything below I think I started a Crobat once, but the other game I started a Zoroark, so no issue. This game I started Hawlucha.
Oh, so you got bodied by Cramorant.
Mm-hmm. So I go first because I'm like I gotta go first.
No,
so
you gotta go second. You go second.
But
if I go second, either way, I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah, so I gotta go first so I can get my attack set up so I can at least if I survive the turn, get a knockout. So I went first. Managed to quick ball out of Zoroark, put it down. Air Balloon Hawlucha, switched it out. I said, okay, can you do it? And that was fun to watch. He was going in. He was digging. He coreless. He was trying to find the escape rope. He's looking for another card. He's looking for the switch. The ordinary rod. I mean, not ordinary rod, but the scoop up net. And that was fun to watch. That I'll give you. But I don't know. Just when I see those Lost Box, mirrors go back and forth and go to time, like you said, and just stretch out. And I don't know, man. That's not. I don't know if is that really fun to watch?
I think it is. I mean, compare it to, let's say, Cyclezard Mirror, which is what Lost Box just evolved into, right? Cyclezard Mirror, that I think is boring. The fact that you're using Drizzle, the fact that you know what's going to happen. There's a little bit of gambling, at least, with with the Lost Zone. I find that fun. I mean, we all like to open booster packs here, right?
I like that engine better than I'm gonna use Fusion Strike System for 6. I'll use Fusion Strike System for 4.
That's such a good feeling, though.
I use Fusion Strike System for 3. That's
and then when you find that Ultra Ball or that DTE you needed off that top, it's just like, insert happy emoji here.
When you draw so much, you don't find it yet though. But then you have a cram, so there's still that little bit of hope, and it hits heads, and you're just happy.
Oh
You're
my
never gonna
God.
feel that, Gazer, and I feel sorry for you.
He will in November. I told him. I know him. He's gonna talk all this smack about Mew, and he'll be the first one in line at the game shop when the Mew League Battle deck comes out.
Battle decks.
I'll take 2, please.
I'll take 2. Thank you. Oh man, so this is time for some songs. So what's going on here?
Yeah,
man?
let's do some stonks. Q&A is a little bit light, so we'll scroll through the chat. Stonks is where we go over the potential ups and downs of cards, either playability or financial focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have too much this week in terms of
I only have one myself.
dollar bills. Gazer, take it away. Go first.
The only one I could really think of this myself that may see play in Salt Lake, but may see play overall is the Jolteon, the one with the Awakening, Thunder's Awakening.
The memory capsule?
The memory capsule?
Yeah, the one that needs a memory capsule. The ability is called Thunder's Awakening. See, no one knows the ability name.
Because you call it memory capsule Jolteon.
Yeah.
Fine. Memory capsule Jolteon. I'm trying to run a established podcast here with actual names of things so people know what they're talking about. But fine, memory capsule Jolteon. Is that better? How's that?
That's way better. Yeah. Now we know. Now everybody who's listening knows what you're talking about.
Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, what is he talking about Jolteon VMAX for? What?
He thinks that's coming back? No. But no, memory capsule Jolteon. I think since Kyurem's seen more play, that almost shuts down the whole Kyurem deck too. I think that's going to see some play here and there. Kyurem and other decks are running Lost Vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like if you can slow them down for even 2 turns, the game turns in your favor. Whatever you're playing, it's probably going to see a lot of, well, not a lot. It's probably going to see playing, more Arceus variants or something like that. But I can see that Jolteon seeing more play now. Not just, we saw it in Worlds, in the Worlds matchup, and it was kind of useless. But I think now it has a use because Kyurem's here.
Well, it had a use. It was called Palkia.
Yeah, but Inteleon. Inteleon. But I think Kyurem just adds another component that we're like, okay, I better start playing it, or I better put it into my deck.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just the Lost Engine's still gonna just play Path of the Peak and go from there and shut off abilities and call it a day, and not have to worry about all the water nonsense. They don't really need to.
Yeah, what deck do you think is going to play?
If you're running something else that needs, a V-star ability or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, Gazer. I think you're lost on this one.
We'll see in Salt Lake. You'll see. You're going to see a couple Jolteons pop up. You'll see.
All right, we'll take bets. Okay. We'll take bets.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put money on that. I don't think so, Gazer. I'm sorry. The fact that you can Irida for the vacuum, it just feels bad.
Yeah.
And then you just need that one turn to just Star Portal. You just Irida, vacuum, Star Portal. I'm good. So
okay, you're right. You're not wrong.
Gazer, you've never been right.
You could just Irida. You're not wrong. But like, man, if I could sell them out for a couple turns, they have to show to find their vacuum. If they find a vacuum after I'm set up, I don't care. But yeah, you're right. Irida kind of just
there's 4 of them. Yeah,
yeah, you're right. Good. What do you have financially for us?
So last week we touched on things like Scoop Up Net, Battle Pass. Those have come down a tiny little bit. So if you, for some reason, still don't have them, get them. But I want to talk about Palkia again because those boxes came out. And it actually did heavily affect the price. The regular V, not so much. The full art new V, though, from the box is about $8 to $10. And the V-Star from the box is $12 to $15. So for the price you're paying for the box, if you were getting it at MSRP, it's $39.99. The 2 of those singles will say high end that it's $10 and $15. That's $25 for 1/1 Palkia line and 6 packs, jumbo pin, V-Star marker, so on and so forth. But it also brought down the price of the regular V-Star from about $28 down to $18 on average in the past couple of days. And these boxes technically hit street date just Friday. A couple days before recording. Even the gold Palkia V-Star is brought down to about $28, where the other ones were before. So if you didn't quite have your Palkia and you think you want to play it, either scoop up those boxes and get some cheap packs in the process, or just buy the singles. If you want to play Kyurem, you need a 2/2 line. You're good to go.
No, yeah,
Relatively cheap now.
I agree. Just having a 2-2 line in your back pocket is always just good. I feel like Palkia is one of those things that's going to be relevant as long as there's water.
Even without Inteleon, I still feel like
Mhm.
Palkia can still make some,
I
make
mean,
some noise.
Kyurem doesn't play Inteleon,
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kyurem and Palkia together will survive the rotation. I mean, we lose Bucket and Oranguru, but I'm sure
We lose Guru.
they'll find a way.
We have is it Arc Phone?
Arc Phone that's like prize switching though, isn't it?
So what's the one?
Arc Phone is look at the top card of your deck and then switch with one of your face down prize cards.
So we have switching cups in.
So switching cups is Oranguru's ability just on an item instead. So, but I still think in a vacuum, just still Palkia is going to be pretty good even after the rotation, even after we move into the EX territory.
I agree.
So,
unless Memory Capsule Jolteon makes some noise.
That, I think, leaves.
I don't know.
I think that Jolteon and Memory Capsule is
Memory Capsule does, not Jolteon.
Memory Capsule is Vivid Voltage. So yes,
Memory Capsule
it does rotate out. So
we'll have a Jolteon for no reason.
Wait, that's true. Yeah. We'll have the Jolteon, but no Memory Capsule?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, Memory Capsule.
Things like that happened before. We've had Electro Charger with no Electro powers.
Mm-hmm. All because we've never been at true parity before. Like, we go back to 2019, 2020, there was that single prize Vikavolt deck that was doing really well in Japan. That never had a chance to live outside of Japan because of the rotations. We lost the Coco and the Electro powers.
Yeah.
And the Charger Bug, that was the energy source.
The Charger Bug, that's it. We lost the Charger Bug.
Yeah. So we lost those three, and it just never popped up by the time that Vikavolt came out. All because of our weird rotation system.
Well, I heard you guys talking about, maybe we're getting to, more parity with our releases. Maybe, they're not 3 months behind. Maybe they become 2 months behind, right? We still need time to catch up to build a whole set because Japan released not mini sets. They release smaller sets every month, right?
Not every month, but a month and a half, give or take.
Month and a half. Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to standardize. I mean,
go ahead.
Did I ever tell you about So I hosted this big event, right? It was Battle Festival Asia, where it was literally representatives from different Asian countries playing each other. It was based like 5-on-5. You're repping your country, your Team Philippines against Team Japan and all that. They had to ban Cramomatic because Japan didn't have it. It was like a very, very expensive card.
Oh Japan. Yeah, it was a tournament promo.
Yeah. So the fact that it was so expensive, it kind of neutered a lot of Mew decks. But I just thought it was funny that the entire meta meta for that specific tournament was shaped because of just weird release dates on Japan. So again, it would be nice to standardize.
Yeah, I'd like it, especially because it would just mean like sooner product. I would keep people interested quicker. Like I know. 3 months for a new set to some people is like that's overkill. Where a lot of people can like, oh, I can play this deck and then this deck and I'll play as the meta develops. But some people are like, all right, cool, I'm in when a set comes out. You'll see me for a few weeks. I'll take that last month off. I'll see it pre-release. So it would be cool. Like, all right, cool. We have this for a month and a half, and then this comes out, and then this comes out. Like it would just be a lot smoother in general. I mean. If they gave us the smaller pack sizes and stuff, I highly doubt any of that's going to change for Western audiences since they just love their filler.
Money reasons?
And money and printing processes. Who knows? But we can all dream, right? All right, let's move into Q&A. Gazer, hopefully you find some from the chat. But we have one from Twitter. We have one from Twitter from
and I found one from our chat.
Yeah, we have one from Trainer Skits on Twitter, and this is for Primetime. What's your favorite deck archetype? I think they mean like control, aggro, stuff like that, like play style, I guess. Speed, fast.
So yeah, like aggro. It would have to be aggro, or technically anything that draws, because drawing is fun. So like I used to play Mega Ray a lot, so I love playing multiple Shamans.
Okay.
That's why I love the Mew Genesect so much. It's just the fact that you can draw into your deck. And I feel like not only is it fun to just see what you can get, and it's also fun on stream. I get to say, this is what I need. I hope I get it, instead of like, Drizzile, I'm gonna go get it. No.
That's beautiful.
Do you believe
so
it?
fun.
Do you believe we can draw into it? And then
Part of the cards.
Genesect. Yeah.
No,
I play the Yu-Gi-Oh music all the time. So I was like just hoping that you can get it. I think that's a lot of fun. And it's just a lot of fun to be aggro for sure. So that's
Let me open up this debate with you, Primetime. Because my problem is people, bash on the Inteleon, system the whole time. I think that takes a lot of thinking. I think you have to actually, plan and think and strategize. And it can help you recover, from mistakes you make, but you still have to think, okay, I made a mistake. How can I circle back and fix that? I appreciate that and even that's why I don't mind the Comfey system, the Lost Zone system. Because I draw 2 cards off Comfey, I have to think, okay, if I get rid of this now, will it come back to bite me later on? Because I can't get it back at all. It's gone forever. And I don't mind those systems. I don't like Fusion Strike system. I hate it because you're just drawing cards randomly. Just, oh boy, cards. I don't have what I need. Let me discard this and draw more cards. Oh, still not it. Oh, there it is. I don't really know what I need, but I'm just going to draw a card so I figure it out. I don't like that system. So please defend it for me and help me understand.
So there's a difference between a Mew player and a good Mew player. It's the fact that yes, you can draw, but sometimes the right answer is to not draw.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That you have to make those decisions where, again, so with Comfey, your critical decision is going to be, what can I live without? Right? You're going to send something to Lost Zone.
Mm-hmm.
For the Drizzile, it's I guess your I forget the term for it, but your sequencing of the evolution and what do I need at the moment, and planning.
I don't mind that. You're thinking.
Yeah. For Mew, it's the same thing. Yes, you're right. We get to draw so much, but in order to draw, that means we're having to play stuff down. We're having to use, you have to play down a lot of the cards in your hand because you have to draw up to 6. That means if you use it once, you play your resources to keep drawing if you're still looking for something. Making decisions on stuff like, is it beneficial for me to just go all in right now? Right? Is this the point where I'm going to use tablets to be able to win this game, or can I make do with, like, you know what, I need to hold on to this. I'm not gonna use this just yet, but next turn I'm gonna be able to pop off. Something like that. That's the major decision in my opinion. That's why I love Marnie in the new Mew decks, so that I can just reset those decisions. I'm gonna be like, I don't want to use these, but I do want to draw, so I'm going to put them back in the deck and just get a new fresh.
Now, I've always respected some type of a shuffle draw on Mew because, like you said, man, I don't want to use 3 tablets to draw these cards I need. Let me just, if I could shuffle,
there was
put them
for a hot minute,
that I respect.
Forever ago, people were like, "All right, I'm gonna put one of Judge in there," and then like for some of the DTE only Mew, we saw Marnie in a couple of them. So
yeah, I respect Marnie.
There's some resets like that,
and I'm fine with that. But
and again,
my debate with your answer.
Mm-hmm.
What is the thought process? I've seen dudes, I'm going to play Ultra Ball and discard these 2 cards, fail it, not grab anything. So I don't think there's that thought process of, should I not play this? Should I wait a turn? I see people just burning cards. I'm going to play Pokemon Catcher, hope I fail it. Oh, good, I failed it. Okay, good. I didn't want to pass it. I didn't want to, bring up another Pokemon anyway. Let me just roll a coin for a cram. Oh, look, I hit it. Or I didn't hit it. I'm just burning cards to burn cards. I still don't see
that's the difference between a good Mew player and a not good Mew player, right? It's the same thing as the Comfey. Like, is this something I can live without? When I play Mew, I go like, again, you need information on what you're up against. If I'm gonna play differently if I'm up against Palkia. You know what? I don't need this many gust effects. I'm not gonna need this many gust effects. Maybe I'm gonna need all my tablets for sure. So I'm gonna manage those resources properly. If I'm up against single prize, maybe I don't value my tablets too much. I can get away with, how many at what point I think at prize number 3, I'm gonna need to Psychic Leap at some point. I need to have at least 1 or 2 tablets, and that's all I'm gonna need. Stuff like that. It's managing those resources right. Yes, you're gonna see those players. Yeah, they're gonna Ultra Ball. A couple of cross switchers. Maybe you don't need the cross switchers too early. You have Boss's Orders, you have Palpad, you have Silene to get stuff back. You don't need this right now. You prioritize setting up. So you're going to see that Ultra Ball for nothing. You're going to see him throw away like a couple of resources to be able to set up because that's your first priority. But again, it's a matter of you're making that decisions between what can you live without. And it's a matter of when I play, I honestly try and think of what are my outs to the 6 prizes from turn 1 and what can I afford to lose. Because at some point, if I, for some reason, you have to, as a Mew player, you have to know every single thing that's in your prize. If you're playing with 3 tablets against something and then against, let's say, a VMAX deck, that means I'm never going to be able to knock out a VMAX unless I draw that prize or something. That means I'm going to play differently. That means maybe I value my tablets a little bit less. Maybe I'm going the Gust route instead versus, I have all my tablets. That means I'm going to play, maybe I'll bait him into committing into the big VMAX and I'm going to draw like crazy, knock him out.
Yeah, swing and hit. I get what you're saying.
Okay. There's a lot of, it's not necessarily draw. Yes, I got it. It's like, I have the entire deck to play with because I'm playing Mew. It's just a matter of, do I get, I have to save the resources and drawing them at the right time. So that's my take.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm still not a big Mew fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mew's a fabulous deck. I respect it. I respect it as a deck. You know what it has to do. But I just don't like it. That makes any sense. I don't know.
You're just salty because you've gotten your butt whooped by it so many times.
Lost my fair share of Mew. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
All right, Gazer, you had a question picked out from the chat.
I did.
As always, we stream these sometimes on Twitch, but mostly on YouTube. Are we ever going to go back to Twitch? Probably not.
I demand more Twitch. That's when my stuff in Primetime started.
I mean, Primetime's got a YouTube channel. You have a YouTube channel. Primetime uploads on the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel.
Facts.
People can watch the VOD, and it makes sense on YouTube versus Twitch.
I just want Twitch to let us multi-stream already. You know? But then everything will be solved.
We're all asking for that. We're all asking for that. But no, I did get a final question from the chat. This one came from Curly TCG, our homie Curly, who loves Primetime but not Gazer. Curly had a question. He said, I know there are instances where you have to work or dedicate time to family. How do you balance that to stream and remain competitive?
Wow. Is that for me? That's actually...
He just said he had a question.
No, yeah, it's honestly for me, it's the remain competitive part is what's tough. I'm not going to negotiate time for I can't not work. I can't not work, and then I can't give up time for family. So those are just staple. That means keeping up with the meta and streaming. Those are the time slots, the time I can manipulate. And my streams, honestly, they've been 100% transparency. The exact same 60 I played in Baltimore. Again, exact same 60 I played in Baltimore. I've been playing it on stream for like ages. You know, so my testing time is just the same as my stream time. I'm not the type to be like, I have this secret deck that I'm going to beat everyone in that big regional. No, this is the deck. You know, if you know what it is, if I see, for some reason I run into a viewer in in like a 1,000 person tournament that knows my deck, so be it.
Wait a minute. I know
you're also probably going to have a good time though in that instance too.
Yeah,
because then you'll be chatting up. Yeah,
it's funny that happened.
Oh, that happened to you?
That happened game 1. So funny. Like one of my like most active viewers, his name's Envy in the chat, and he's the type of person I talk to all the time. He's like, if you check my stream, he's like one of the big he's gifted the most subs pretty much. So you know, when I met him in Baltimore, we hung out, and he knew immediately what deck I was running. I was like, I'm playing Mew. You know, that's literally the deck I've been playing on stream. And I was sitting next to him. I asked him, hey, how do you, this is my first time with RK9, how do you check pairings with RK9? I asked him, and he goes like, it's easy. He pulls it up. People start walking around. That means it's paired, right? He shows me his phone. It's like, it's just go here, and we're paired against each other. I was like, nope, no way. The guy I literally just met, one of my top viewers, someone I was sitting next to chatting on how to show me how to check pairings, and I see my name. Yeah, that's me. That table, sure thing.
That's
And yes,
definitely irony wrapped up in a big red bow.
and it's not like it was like a fun time. Again,
Yeah, that's what Suma just said. Those are the best games.
yeah, it was absolutely that's something I'm never gonna forget. And yeah, so again, just the way I stay competitive and still have stream time is my practice time is just has to be the time I stream. To be honest, that's why I play in the big limitless tournaments. Uh, if you can do well in like late night, I feel like you can do fairly well in real life too, because I feel like it's just that competitive too.
I agree. Some people disagree, but I agree. I feel like the online scene can give you some form of
It's
more
practice.
competitive players. Decent practice.
It's better than the latter.
Consider them Mickey Mouse events, though. So
Yeah,
that's the term I've heard a lot.
I've heard that term as well, and
Yeah.
I highly disagree. But again, it's better than the latter. I mean, not everyone has
agreed.
Time to group up, make a very competitive playtest group. So it's better to just get your deck, put it through trial by fire.
Yeah, I think in my instance of like remaining competitive is that like if I don't have an event that I'm going to like soon, I'm kind of just like coasting, if that makes sense. Like I'm just playing the game for fun, playing whatever I want. I can't go to a regional or anything until what, February probably, right?
What are you thinking?
Knoxville or Charlotte or Fort Wayne, as we've been calling it. I don't know which one's first. So, whenever those come around. And so, like, I'm kind of checked out of Lost Origin a little bit, and I'm, like, ready for Silver Tempest, but at the same time, too, those are almost in range of Scarlet and Violet. So, like,
yeah.
that's a hard thing, too, because, like, I just can't, like, afford to go to every event. So you got to work. Not everyone has the ultimate opportunity to be able to play in every regional ever. And for those that do, congratulations, you're one of the lucky few.
Yeah.
But a lot of us are, Joe Schmo working class people.
Yeah. I've yet to go to a regional yet. I plan on going to some of the West Coast ones here and one far out east.
And to get there, don't forget to get the merch #BlameGazer. Support this man here.
Yeah, you don't forget promo code BlameGazer for 10% off.
This is not sponsored by this is not okay by Gazer Beam. I do not approve of this. But no. But yeah, just I'm thinking about how long I have to leave, my 94-year-old grandma. By that time she'll be 95. Her birthday's in December. So how long I have to leave my 95-year-old grandma? My son, my wife, my stepdaughter, work. I'm not coaching basketball this year that I know of. Anything can happen, but right now, no. But if I was coaching, I couldn't leave the team, could I? So yes, there's a balance. Man.
I mean, you could leave the team. Like, all right, coach yourselves.
Good luck, girls. See you later. Let me know what happens. But no, yeah, that's definitely best. I don't know if that question was more geared towards you, Primetime, but just speaking on my behalf, and Subin spoke on his behalf too, it can be tough at times. So I'm finding myself using my locals is a good time to practice, for more competitive and serious stuff. When I stream, that's when I have my downtime just to relax and hang out. But like, not everyone has that opportunity. So it's different for all three of us, I feel like.
Yeah, or you could be me and stream other games.
Other games?
Oh, it's funny, actually. So my normal stream schedule, I have like Monday. I used to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday was the primetime weekly. Monday was just casual playing with viewers. I have this thing on Wednesdays where I call it Wizard Gauntlet Wednesday. That's when I go no holds bards against everyone in chat.
Mm-hmm.
So that technically that's like my super competitive day. So I split it up.
Oh yes, we call that pub stomping.
Wizard Gauntlet Wednesday.
Yeah, if I literally lose 5 times on stream, I have to drop like 10 or 20 codes in chat, give or take.
There you go.
Nice gamble.
I've been doing something recently where I hop into some of the ticket tournaments and I say, stream ends when I win a ticket tournament, and I've done pretty well in those tournaments. I've done pretty well. I did have one time where I lost like 2 tournaments in a row, and that night I happened to say if I lose, I'll drop codes, and I lost, so I had to drop some codes. But yeah, my stream time is more so just taking it easy, relaxing, screwing around, playing around, having a good time. Then when I go to league, that's when I try to get more competitive. Subin, I know
mean,
you have to test among, some of your Discord friends.
Yeah. Shout out to the Redacted boys, as well as I haven't really been
Let them out now.
playing too much with the Trainers Guild gang, but yeah,
No.
they're still cool.
They're still cool.
But the Redacted
Different 9 card.
boys, we're
Different 9
always
card.
even if we're not playing with the Redacted crew, like they're almost always like deep theory crafting a deck. So.
But yeah, shout out to the Trainers Guild except for 9 card. And then prime time, you have to use your time very wisely because you are a busy man. So you have to find time when you stream. Like you said, the stream. Now I have to, make sure I stream this tournament so I can actually play competitively and hone my skills and keep myself sharp.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And honestly,
it's tough.
who says competitive isn't fun? Can't be a funny stream? I mean, you'll see me play Mew VMAX, and I'll play wacky music and whatnot, and I'll fail at whatever I try to attempt. That's who says I wasn't playing competitively at that point? I was just having fun.
I feel like it's not a fun stream when you're playing Mew anyway from the get go. So that kind of like ruins the whole stream experience. So, but that's just me.
Jeez.
It could be a whole different ball game though. I mean, like a lot of gazer streams are just fart noises and
eating cards.
Yeah, being bullied to eat cards and.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's hard to say. Everyone's got their
own. A listener who's never watched one of my streams before. 2 of my streams are like, "Oh, that's what this is."
Yeah, just fart noises and what do you call it? Trap mixes or whatever. AKA Blue's Clues theme song with rap beats behind it.
Oh, so yeah, it's dope, man. Primetime enjoyed some of the songs, man. He enjoyed the Bang Bang song.
Yeah, I really like that song.
Oh god.
Oh, and it was an experience to be able to say that on your stream, Gazer. Thank you.
Yeah, Primetime said he got to let loose a little bit on the Gazer streams. This is a little more different. He said it's kind of different.
I kind of miss having the mature filter, though, I will say, and just letting it all hang out. Not in that regard, but
okay. Okay, that's mature. You could
my vocabulary.
Okay.
But yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. We all have our own ways of having fun and playing, and still trying to do our own thing. So.
Yeah, and I think we all respect each other to a certain extent. So it's good. Like when I first hopped in the Primetime stream, I had seen you streaming before. Like, okay, let me check out this Primetime. I think I even rated you once. I think early on before I really knew who you were. And I was watching, and I dropped a few bits. I'm just watching. Well, okay, this guy's pretty cool or whatever it is. And you're like, yeah, I'm from the Philippines. Like, man, he speaks perfect English for being from the Philippines. Wow. I was like, that's impressive. And then you mentioned you've seen me before. You watched my stream and lurked in my stream. Like, you have? Like, well, say something next time.
Man, when I was new to Twitch, I was so shy. I just watched. And now I'm like, I can't go into a stream without saying hi now.
Yeah. But yeah, I respect you as a streamer, Sue, but I respect you as well, too. I mean, I don't like you as a person, but I respect you as a streamer.
I think like at this point, streaming for me is kind of like, man, it happens every once in a while. I don't know. You
stream, you play Fortnite still.
Yeah, and we've been playing Overwatch, and I mean the Fortnite streams with like the chat from the community from Discord and everything. It's been honestly a blast playing with like Big Daddy UK and Trezor and Cordy and Jimmy Shoot hopped into one game one time. X Tangram, like a whole different rotating group of people, and that's a little bit different compared to streaming PTCGO with viewers because you're not like super interacting with that viewer. You're like pushing their crap in versus playing with them and communicating. It's a whole different kind of ball game usually when it comes to the two of those. It's a whole different dynamic. It's a lot of fun though. It honestly is. Like I honestly, and people hate it when I say it, but I like a lot of the Pokemon creators. I wish they would do something else too. Not quit making Pokemon content, but just do something else on the side so people can get to know them more as a human being.
Subin, are you insinuating that one of our dear closest friends who has a very big following regarding Pokemon trading card games should expand his horizons?
Not just one person in general. I just mean like just everybody.
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah. Playing different games whenever I play them has been good for me. It's fun. It's different, and different isn't bad. I streamed night before last. Or was it last night? Night before last. I streamed, and I thought about playing PTCGO, but instead I said, you know what? I'm open some packs. And just, even that being, it's still Pokemon related, but it's just different. And it feels good to do something different sometimes. So you're right.
Yeah, I agree. I dabbled in like playing Unite with viewers, or there's one time I just really wanted to play Final Fantasy 14, so I played that on stream, and
There you go.
I voice acted everything just for lulz, just because FF14 isn't always voice acted. But I have a really funny story actually. So, in the primetime stream, it's PG there. It's PG because my son watches, but in real life, well, I used to anyway. I've controlled it. I used to curse like a sailor, like almost every.
You controlled it. I hung out with you for a weekend.
Gaze is about to expose you.
No, but yeah, I used to curse like a sailor, like almost. It's you use the curse words as adjectives a lot.
Oh yeah, they're sentence enhancers.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's funny. So after a stream one time, one of my viewers was playing Overwatch. So I was like, hey, you want to let's play Overwatch after this? After the stream, I'll end PTCGO, and let's hop on Overwatch in the Discord. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. We hop on. We both go on. This is me with a viewer, and we're playing Overwatch. And you know how Overwatch is. It's just toxic game. And I'm still like being honest prime time. He slips and he goes like he drops the F-bomb on someone, and he immediately apologizes profusely. He goes like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, prime time. I'm not like this. I'm not like this. It's just it just happens."
You're like, "Hold my beer. It's okay." F that guy too.
No, I literally said, "Dude, it's F okay." I know how to curse. It's just I don't curse on stream. It was just a really funny experience.
Well, feel free to come on to mine and curse with me the next time I'm playing a game.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you guys do be cussing. You guys send your doom. I'm like the cleanest guy on this podcast right now.
When was the last time you got a shower? You got that green aura floating around you still.
Talking about that again. But I think we're almost wrapping this thing up. Prime time. It's been a beautiful time with you, man. You're my homie, bro. You are the homie.
This was a lot of fun.
This was a blast. Thank you for having me, guys.
I'm not sure. Man, stupid. I don't know if this is a good episode or bad episode, man. We didn't get through a whole lot of meta discussion, but
let's be real. When was the last time we talked a lot about the meta? This season specifically.
Our first episode back.
A little bit, yeah.
I'll help you guys out. All right, guys. Lost Zone is good. Maybe the play for SLC. Maybe play a tanky deck. Our Gudra. Maybe tech in a hyper potion. Drop discard a DT. All that jazz. Watch mute players. Watch out for Drapion. Everyone's teching at Drapion. Kurum seems still pretty good. Maybe just play big guy, hit hard, and I think you'll do well.
Yeah.
There you go.
And wheezing. Insert wheezing.
Wheezing's good too. Yes.
Yeah.
Control. That's our. I feel like that's the control deck right now. Wheezing. Check it out.
Can I tell a story before? This is completely unrelated with everything, but I just want to tell a story. Since Primetime told like 2 stories, I want to tell a story.
Shoot, go.
Yes, you get to tell a story every week.
What is this? Why didn't tell any stories? Let me have one.
Story. Yeah.
I'm just talking about how much more PC I am compared to you guys. At work Friday, I kind of.
Well, first of all, you have to because you work in a kindergarten. You can't just be telling little Timmy and Susie to eat crap.
Get back, Timmy.
I don't know. If we're talking about PC, technically at work, I can't even use the term guys when referring to a group of people.
Ooh,
so
yeah, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen up, gang. Can you say gang? Like say gang, can you?
Hey, y'all.
Listen up, y'all.
Channel your southern accent.
Everybody.
Y'all.
Listen up, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
What if someone doesn't, want to be everyone? Anyways, different story. But so this week the kindergartens have learned about maps, locations, maps, where they live, state, how to, how maps work, operate, stuff like that, directions. So every year we do that. The staff asked me to dress up as a pirate and present them with a treasure map, and the kids go on a treasure hunt, and they find usually ring pops or Hershey Nuggets, gold or stuff like that. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. I bought a brand new wig. It's dreads and everything. I have dreads on. I put the little skull cap on and a little do-rag and a little skull on it. And have the little no, I didn't have a hook, but I put on some black gloves. I have the little pirate outfit. I'm R. Normally I'm Captain R. You get it because Mr. Reed. My last name is Mr. Reed, so Captain R. Most of the kids, like, oh, who's Captain R? Who is this guy? He looks like Mr. Reed, but that's not him. No, Mr. Reed wears glasses. That guy had to have glasses. These kids are smarter. So then I phone like, hey, you're Mr. Reed. I know you're Mr. No, you're Mr. No, this is Mr. Reed, guys. It's like most of the kids are saying that. And it kind of threw me off my game. So I forgot what my name was. I'm like, no, I don't know who Mr. Reed is. I'm Captain And I'm looking around. I look at my hand, and I have a black glove on, right? So I'm like, oh, I'm Captain Blackhand the pirate. Some of these kids can't enunciate clearly. So throughout the rest of the journey, about 20-minute trip, the kids would tap me and say, excuse me, Mr. Captain Blackman, where's Mr. Reed? So for the rest of the trip, I was Captain Blackman instead of Black Hand. So I learned to choose my words wisely at that point, and definitely I'll be Captain R from now on.
I thought this was gonna go a lot worse than it started.
No,
with the way it started,
no.
When you're like,
funny and cute. No, it's just a funny, cute story.
Okay. I would pay to see you in that pirate costume.
Yeah,
though.
I want Captain R stream, please.
Yeah.
My birthday's coming up next week, next Tuesday. So
the deal is you have to play every card in your deck has to start with the letter R. You can only play R Pokemon and R trainers and supporters.
No, you just have to emphasize whenever you say the card. I'll play Professor R Research.
Professor R Research. that could be funny. You might be onto something there. I might do that, not even for my birthday, just for a random stream.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, perfect time.
Halloween?
Costume it up.
All right, I'm with you guys.
I'd say it'd be a prime time to do that. Yeah.
I see what he did there.
Ooh.
I see what he did there. But no, Mr. Wizard, man, this has been a great time, man. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad we finally got you on. I guess this is the point where you can plug yourself, say what you need to say, drop your links, just tell us where we can find you. Who are you? Where can we find you? What's going on here?
No, yeah, just shout out to you guys. It was an absolute blast, absolute pleasure to finally just hang out in the podcast for sure. I stream on Twitch. You can find me Primetime Wizard TV. I stream technically every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 p.m. for Philippine time. That's my usual schedule, but I'm currently in the US, so I typically play every time there's a big tournament. So during the late night series for sure. Or you can check out the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel. I do make content for them. Absolutely. Check them out as well. Absolutely amazing team. I love every single one of them. Absolutely amazing to meet them in real life, to be honest. And that's everyone. Just thank you everyone for tuning in. Honestly, it's so hard because I'm like reading chat as well. And chat is absolutely hilarious. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, they're always the best. They're always the best part. It's like so hard not to break the fourth wall sometimes.
I know.
Yeah.
Zoar. I was like,
I'll bench my Zoar.
You gotta get MW to Photoshop a Zoroark with like a eye patch, a hook, and a pirate hat.
Zoar.
Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, again, thanks for joining us. Links will always be in the description. Of course, if you're listening to this on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, all that stuff, don't forget to leave us a review. Share us.
We had someone on YouTube ask for a shout out. Did you not see that?
Real quick, though, I just want to plug one more thing. Guys, #BlameGazer. Do buy the merchandise. Let's get this man to the East Coast. Thank you.
Let's go!
Don't forget to use promo code BlameGazer to get 10% off your entire purchase. Thank you.
Okay, see what I found him. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise found us both on For the Wins video.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay, yes. All right. For the Win was a guest forever ago. One of the early episodes, like first 5 of last season.
Old, forever ago, years ago.
Okay, it feels like it that way at this point in time. And I always see Gazer in the comments, and we're allowed to say this word on this podcast. It's okay. Gazer's in those comments always simping on For the Win. It's not Twitch. We're allowed to say it. It's okay. So Gazer's always in there, and I was like, he posted the top 8 Zoroark deck, and like it's not normal for the Win to post like a meta deck that did well at a tournament. So I was like, oh, this is cool, and I'm like, I bet $10 Gazer commented on this, and I'm going through the comments, and I see your name like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, I knew I'd find you here.
Yeah, I'm a huge Zoroark simp. Oh. I said I brought up my list. I said my list is a little bit faster than this one, but this list is great though. And did you know out of nowhere, I knew I'd find you here.
Did you know For the Win is like the newest member of the Shuffle Squad?
Yeah, as of today,
yes.
Yeah, as of today.
Well, shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. I like it. He's creative, man. I like it. I like his deck and his
he's the UK version of LDF.
He is. He really is.
So
LDF is Canadian version of LDF, and Sean is the UK version. Who's the American version? Is that like me?
No, Gazer. You don't upload YouTube videos, and when you do, it's you getting slapped by Will Smith.
I'm sorry. I found that hilarious. I never heard someone refer to LDF as the Canadian version of LDF.
Yeah. No. Dark Integral Gaming was technically an American.
Oh.
So LDF is the Canadian Dark Integral.
It's Canadian Donald. Okay, got it.
Oh my god! All right, we're done. We've got on at the deep end. Don't forget to leave us review. Links down below. Buy the merch. Also, the regular Gust of Wind logo is available for people who don't want to blame Gazer. But those go into the pod. But specifically, the Blame Gazer sales, the proceeds will all go to getting Gazer's butt to the East Coast because I am too poor to go to the West Coast.
Let's do it.
I'll be heading out east sometime. I'm trying to get Steuben and Emily to come to. There's a rumor NIC might be out here west. I'm trying to get Emily and Steuben to come out here. But if not, I'll head to you guys. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Final thoughts, last words? Anyone?
Just looking forward to Salt Lake, see what that's going to be all about. Mr. Wizard, Wancho, good luck in Utah.
Yes, knock him out. Knock him dead, take your prize cards, deck them out, whatever you decide to do.
Are you leaking what you're playing? Any clues? Any hints? Just a little something?
Sure. It has a hyper potion in it.
Write that down.
All right, that could be like one of 3 things.
Write down that clue.
That's either Gudra or Duraludon, or I don't know anymore.
Blissey?
I also play a Zamazenta.
Okay, so it's either Duraludon or Gudra.
Blissey?
And it's neither of those.
No?
Oh, may the goo be with you.
No, it's not that either.
Oh wow.
This one was a weird one. I literally just built. I don't know yet if this is what I'm playing, but I just built it over the. Well, I've been working on it, but I've been building it over the weekend, like seriously, and I was like, oh, this one actually works. Maybe
pull out the handy dandy notebook and write down our clues.
All right, let's get on out of here. Again, thanks for joining us. Links as always down in the description. Buy the merch. Harass Gazer. Use hashtag Blame Gazer on Twitter. But that'll do it for this week's episode of Gust of Wind. See you guys next week. Peace.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you guys.
All right, recording and done.
Hey.
All right.
I don't know if that's our best episode, but it was definitely one of the funnest.
That was fun. Yeah.
I had a blast. That was amazing. Thank you again for inviting me. It was.
Did you have a Baja blast?
Baja.
That was a bad joke.
Hey, we can talk to chat. Yo, Scott. Cordy.
We're still live, right?
Yeah. We're still live. Yeah.
The answer to that was Flying Pika. That's what I'm playing.
Pika?
Yeah, I'm working on I don't know. I worked on a list that's like Flying Pika with Zamazenta and stuff.
I was trying to figure out a way to use Zamazenta. Something. I was trying to figure out a way to use a metal type too, because Kyurem.
Because of Kyurem. Yeah. I don't know.
I've been working on that online too. Not with Flying Pika, but just something, decks I've been building, like, okay, how can I get a metal type in there? Oh, Zamazenta fits.
Oh no, did I leak the play, Emily?
It's not a pencil, it's licorice. I've been waiting the entire time to eat it. I pulled it out just for that little bit at the beginning.
He ate his handy dandy pencil.
It's so good. It's watermelon flavored.
Oh, dang!
So that's not licorice, then. That's what do you call that? That's sour straws, right?
No, what's it called? No, it's licorice.
It's licorice?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Watermelon flavor. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's from that fruit farm we went to last week.
Oh, Kool-Aid Pops is starting rumors. Subin eats number 2 pencils.
Yeah, I need my fiber. How do you think I handle the Taco
Pokey
Bell
Emmy,
so
what's
well?
up? Emmy, when are you changing your name to Pokey Emmy? Because every time I look at Emily Stonier, I'm like, who? They're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
Pokey Emmy. Okay, got it.
Me and Poke Emmy, we just same wavelength. Exactly. Art Pika potions, and then I just stuck in a Zam.
Go, Sam, go. Just out of nowhere. Just
That's pretty saucy.
save me. Now,
Yeah,
what Pikachu beats beats Palkia, but what else?
Lost
I guess
Box.
Reggie's?
Beats
Reggie's?
Lost Box.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Mhm. It's all single prizers.
I've been playing like a lot of
I don't know
Art
because
2.
Lost Box plays so many escape ropes. You're out of there, and then I don't know.
No, I don't know. My theory behind that is just they're big guys. I have a hyper potion. I'm not going to bench small guys.
Fair enough.
Big guys and hyper potion. Hopefully I can just win from there. And then Pika just gives them a little bit of a harder time. And not saying that it's going to instant win like Reggie or whatnot, but it's going to give them a little bit of a harder time, which is maybe just that's the little bit of time I need.
Fair enough. I think the play was this thing.
I figured.
I don't know if you guys can
Yeah,
say it or
it's,
not.
I was surprised.
That's your flavor of the week, Gazer.
It's been my flavor for 3 weeks. Get it right. I'm waiting on Reggie Drago to come out. What do you guys think about Reggie Drago? I think that'll be fun. No?
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be. I don't know how well it'll do ultimately, but I think it'll be really unique comparing like early lists from everybody.
You'll have so many options though. How could it not do well?
That's an LDF deck for sure.
What weaknesses will it have? It won't have any weaknesses.
It's just setting up will take forever. Setting up will take forever.
Yeah, the 4 energy you need to attack. Is it
3.
4? 3?
3.
It's 3?
So I could use what's her name? Gardenia. I could use Arceus.
Oh yeah, whatever. Fine, sure, whatever.
If you're using Arceus, but you're not using it for the ability though, because you need its ability. Right?
No, I mean Duraludon's ability is not that great.
Sorry, I'm sorry. The Drago
ability. Yes, I said Duraludon. Reggie Drago's ability is not that great. Yeah.
Don't you need stuff in the discard pile?
Yeah, so I play research. I play Ultra Balls. Whatever else I need to play. I could use Arceus' ability. I don't think the Drago one is that. You look at 7, keep 2, discard the rest. Nah.
And I think it'll be hard to send stuff to discard. I don't know. Especially if your engine is Gardenia to draw 2 to accelerate energy.
I got something for you guys. Watch this. I got something for you guys.
Emily, I haven't seen Riley's list. But
what did I miss?
maybe we have to compare notes, Emily. Let's compare notes for sure.
This I'm doing plus Zam. So Pokemon and Prime Time are gonna go and not do that well with Arc Pikachu. That's fine. I don't believe in Arc Pikachu.
I also have Mew built.
The meta
I don't
shifted.
sound confident in Mew right now.
You guys are ridiculous.
Honestly, the game I don't have. I really do want to play E-Turn. Specifically because I think it's a good deck. I love the wheezing. I love to control. Again, that's one of my top 3. Also, if I do well enough, they have to pick me for stream, right? It'll go like 8 on the bench, right?
If you do well, but you won't, so don't do that.
Gazer, the last time I listened to you, I ran to all Curums and I wanted to play Dialga.
Yeah, if I've learned anything in the past 2 years of knowing Gazer, it's to never listen to him. Never listen to Gazer. Always listen to my own gut. Disregard all of his stonk segments.
At the same time,
I've been right on like 4 of them. Okay, I've been right on 4 stonks.
Okay, right would mean that you were correct within that week, not a month later.
3 weeks later.
All right, kids. This has been awesome. Thank you for joining us.
That was fun. I'm sorry if we weren't very Pokemon though.
No,
there's a lot of
this current season we're in hasn't been very Pokemon talky. We've talked a lot about content.
It's been ruined since Senior Doom. Since we had Senior Doom on.
Yeah, Doom kind of shifted us to a different podcast method. I used to be in one. I used to be in a podcast with a few other Twitch people. Jimmy Shoot TV, Texas Brown 94, and Zombie Mummy Gaming. We were cards to controllers, and we never talked about games at all. We just goofed off and got drunk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it would rotate every week. Who was the drunk idiot of the episode?
Idiot. Typically it was Jimmy, but every now and then, Texas got drunk. Sometimes
that one time Jimmy didn't get drunk. The rest of us did.
I've never seen that episode. There was an episode where Jimmy didn't get drunk? What?
I think that was I gotta cook my chicken, bro.
Oh, no.
I think.
Gotta cook my chicken.
Well, what was the name of this podcast?
Cards to Controllers. It never got off of Twitch.
I feel like I ran into that at least one time, but it was my shy phase.
Yeah, we would flip flop who ran it every week or whatever.
How often did you guys discuss cards or controllers?
On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe about -5.
Gotcha.
So not out of the realm of possibilities, but
very likely.
Not very likely.
But we Prime Time. We used to be a highly respectable up and coming podcast until Senior Doom joined us, and Stu and I just decided to goof off for the rest of our careers.
This is way more fun. This is way more fun.
I feel like it's a lot more personality, which is,
and that's what
right?
Our podcast, we felt like we always had the personality, to make it interesting and fun. But we had to, hit the hard-hitting topics and talk about what the people want to hear and talk about. And then Doom came on, and it just kind of just shifted everything we did. And I think even before the season started, Sub and I was like, okay, look, here's our to-do list. We have to do better at this. Get a new logo. Make sure we hit our topics better. Keep getting great guests. And we had like a whole list of everything we want to do.
And we've done 2 of those things. We've had the great guests and then got the new logo.
Yeah. If anything, we've gotten further away from good content.
I mean, meta discussions are like what, a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
they're relevant for that week. Versus, this was a good time. I feel like you can listen to this at any time.
Yeah, you could just disregard the 10 minutes of SLC talk and then have a good. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. About some tournament that happened, a few months ago for 10 minutes, but everything else was funny. I loved it.
That might be the new tagline.
Disregard the meta talk or what?
Yeah, we should just like make it like a subtitle of the pod. It's like, sure, they talk about the meta for 10 minutes, but the other hour and 50 is awesome.
See,
someone leaving a comment.
Trainers Kids thinks you guys are interesting.
Someone leave us a comment.
Yeah, I hope we get a review on Apple. I don't know. I gotta find that iPhone and plug it in and look at the Apple reviews.
Skits, appreciate that. Scott. Oh, you changed his name. He's Scott. He's Skits now.
Yeah, you just go to your dashboard and change your name.
Apparently, Kool-Aid Pop had to Google that.
Wait, what?
Very smart. Probably like, wait, I can do that?
I literally made an entirely new YouTube account for Primetime Wizard TV.
Yeah.
You can easily just change it. You're like,
change your like every time I want to comment on a video on like the Shuffle Squad, I go like, I have to log out, switch accounts, go into Primetime, so it's Primetime. You can do that.
Well, yeah, and soon they leaked it a little bit. As soon YouTube will have @ tags for everybody under one umbrella.
Oh.
So they're working on that kind of stuff. I give YouTube a year before it's better than Twitch.
I don't know, man. I think me and Primetime are Twitchers for life. Ain't that right? Put your T's up. Let's go.
I want a multi-stream.
Wow.
Break your affiliate contract.
No, not gonna lie. The minute I turned affiliate, I was literally having a very serious discussion with a group of my friends who were also streamers, like affiliate streamers. I'm like, is it possible to opt out after I got in? Is there like a way to reverse this? Because I was
there is.
I was like, oh, I can't multi-stream anymore. But then again, I like emotes. Emotes are fun.
Yeah, but then you just better TTV your emotes everywhere.
Emotes are great.
I'm very close to the watchtowers, and I can't wait because I'm gonna put a 99-cent membership tier. And then there's all your emotes, 99 cents. I don't care about the money.
But yeah, I actually think like maybe going affiliate too early, I feel like that actually doesn't help your growth. That's what I felt like.
Yeah,
when I
Twitch
first
doesn't
started,
want
yeah.
Twitch doesn't want people to succeed.
They don't
It's-
want more partners. I know that, unless it's somebody huge. But they don't want like those bubble partners. Get like 100 viewers. They don't want those guys.
Now they're all getting they're gonna start losing money soon. So their contracts are changing. And
Yeah,
not every partner gets 70-30 anyways. So
no, not at all.
It's weird how it breaks down, but yeah, Twitch is just so top heavy. Like most people who want to start streaming, if you're going to start streaming now in this day and age, just start on YouTube and multi-stream to Facebook and everything else. And multi-stream on Twitch, but just never take the affiliate contract.
No, I agree until you have at least some following. Like honestly, like until you feel like you know what you're doing and you have at least a little following. Like when you hit affiliate, as soon as you turn 50, like I felt like my growth slowed down. Because like why would you watch like as soon as you click someone, you get hit by what 2-3 ads? Like why would you take that time to watch someone you don't know? That's why I didn't opt out, because I found out you can move that ad, but it's by default at the start.
Yeah, 3 minutes an hour.
That hurts growth so much, because I'm just gonna go watch the guy I'm sub to, the big guy I'm already sub to. I don't have to watch an ad.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're here now.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Yeah, I started on Twitch, and that's where before Twitch started going.
And that's where you're gonna die, Gazer.
That's why
I'll die on this hill.
Yep. Twitch, why'd you forsake me? No.
All right.
It's going to hinge on having good information, not disrespecting, but some people really miss the mark. You guys are just having a good time and it's fun. Oh, skits.
Yeah, let's go. Love to see it. Thank you.
Did we miss the mark?
No, I mean,
no, yeah. No, we did miss the mark. Yeah.
Yeah, we missed the mark, but we had fun while missing.
Having a good time. It's a good listen. We definitely missed.
It's like going to the shooting range, and we've missed every shot with our bow. But having.
But it's really fun to use that bow.
Yeah.
I went with him. He was fun. It was fun when talking while shooting the bow, but he missed. He is not Hawkeye. He is not Green Arrow.
Whew.
All right, let's get on out of here.
Thank you for
who we're gonna raid?
Actually, let me see if I can raid. You can live redirect. Hang on, let me see if I have anything available. It's not likely.
Later, Cordy.
See ya.
I like Cordy. He's only got as nice to me in your streams too, but everyone else bullies me.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve it.
I was thinking of a nicer way to put it.
No, I have no one that I am sub to or that subs to me that is live right now. So
yeah. Now, if we were on Twitch, we had tons of people to choose from.
Yeah, but then it's like the problem too with rating on Twitch is that like you always feel obligated to like want to be there for a little bit, and like I just want to sometimes I just want to go. Like if I raid like one of you guys, I want to hang out, but like sometimes if I don't want to get the raid one of the homies, it's just like all right, well,
I mean, I raid and I just literally go, I'm exhausted. I hate to raid and bounce, but I gotta go.
Raid and evade is what they call it, right? Raid and evade.
You might call it that because it rhymes.
Yeah, I just tried. I was trying to start something there. I thought I was going to catch on. No?
All right, let's dip. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.
Hey, later, you guys. Appreciate you guys. Emmy,
see you guys.
Everyone. I think Justin Basil was here. Cordy, everybody. Skits. Later, guys.
Emmy, let's compare lists. Let's go.